an iceberg.
Captain Brockus sounds like such a lame name, though. Need a better captain name.
Well, we are now officially live, and you kind of did that.
We derailed the intro.
Yes. So let me go ahead and try the intro again. Let me go ahead and try.
Wait, go for it.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Not the Proper Fucking Assholes.
We're gonna start off with that. Okay.
The shots are actually fired this time.
Yeah, I decided to start it off with shots fired because 3 of 4 of those former fucking co-hosts of mine have pissed me the fuck off. Lo-Fi, you're still fine.
Brockus mad.
I'm a little mad at Lo-Fi. I'm not going to lie about that, but I can't really fault Lo-Fi. Can't really blame her. I am just a little mad at her, though. I'm more so disappointed. But yeah, I am fucking pissed!
Brockus, your blood pressure, man.
Fucking stream for me.
Are you upset,
let me go ahead and lay this down for everybody in case you've been missing out on the fucking shit show that has been my last 2 fucking weeks. 2 weeks ago, there was a blowout between me and some of the other villains. They actually did a stream where they were shit-talking me under a misunderstanding, which was later brought to light on Cunt Stream that same night. I was pretty fucking pissed off. I wanted it to die right then and there, but lo and behold, a few fucking days later, there's a goddamn stream on Saturday talking about the fucking drama. Mind you, all the shows I was a part of, I wasn't really saying anything, and the only show that I was actually a part of that week after that fucking Tuesday was basically a Friday cunt stream where I still refused to fucking talk about anything. But of course, I'm the fucking villain in all of this. I'm the asshole who won't stop talking about it. It's just fuck out of me, but I believe if I'm pissed off at something, I am actually allowed within my rights to vent about my frustrations off air, privately, with people I consider my friends. So why don't you guys go fuck yourselves with that, because I wasn't perpetuating the fucking drama further. And when it kept getting brought up, if you weren't paying the fuck attention, I kept saying I'm not going to talk about it. I did briefly talk about it a few times when people kept asking me fucking questions, but that was as far as it really went. I answered a few questions, but usually kept my fucking mouth shut. Sometime in that weekend, I was actually approached by Anon to do a fucking private stream on her channel about the fucking shit that I went with that Zell decided to fucking bring to light. Private information and my dirty fucking past. So I talked about it. And while I talked about it, apparently there was another stream going on. I talked about my past, my third ex that I actually had from fucking over 10 years ago, and the 5 goddamn years of absolute hell I went through. Mind you, the entire time I was talking on that stream, I was fucking shaking from goddamn panic attacks, full-bodied shakes because of how fucking nervous I was about talking about it and how fucking scared I was with the fallout that would actually come afterwards. I found out that certain someone was on the other stream still talking shit about me. I didn't really listen to it. I just decided, fuck it, I'm not going to listen to this. But I am going to read the chat. I did not like what I saw. I did not like what I saw at all. A lot of people decided to take the troll route and probably talk a lot of shit about me, saying, stop talking about the drama, Brockus. I haven't been. In case you fucking weren't paying attention, I haven't been. It keeps getting brought up, and I keep having to yell at people to tell them to shut the fuck up about it. I had to yell at Schmeckel a couple of fucking cut streams ago for that exact reason. And guess what happened? He kind of stopped talking about it on fucking Friday.
I did not.
A little bit. You kind of went back to it because you're an asshole, but I love you.
It seems like everybody wants to let this die. Well, no, you're the only one that wants to let it die. Everybody else wants to keep perpetuating it.
I would like it to die.
Yeah,
I would love it to die.
There's a handful of people that want it to die.
What's everybody drinking?
I'm not
enough.
drinking.
Water.
I can't drink when I'm in the state,
Yay!
which is extremely fucking pissed.
Yeah, me neither. Shouldn't. That's
Carbonated
not a good
water. Have another smoke.
I have a lot of fucking water, and I have some tobacco to help try to
Guess
keep
what I have? I have pop. Trigger the fucking Americans. I have pop.
So anyways,
like half the
country like you're a fucking grown-ass adult.
I am a grown-ass adult with pop.
Yeah, fine. Okay, whatever. Christ on nails, woman.
Anyways, I did actually see some people get all bitchy pants about, we talked about PTSD a little bit. and some motherfuckers don't really understand what PTSD is.
Oh,
but
fuck.
A lot of
Oh.
motherfuckers that don't understand
I
what
would
PTSD
really,
is.
really, really like the people who don't understand PTSD to argue with Master Anonymous's two therapists, a psychologist, and a doctor. Please fight with them.
Yeah, I'm sure medical professionals and people
Don't
that
know
actually
anything
know what they're
about
talking
it.
about. Yeah,
No.
they don't know a fucking thing about anything with
I-
PTSD.
I've met people that literally only think PTSD is caused by combat and nothing else.
Exactly. Yeah.
Those
me too.
people. Those fucking people. Oh.
Yeah, I actually I was talking briefly about that. How I've actually in my own experiences, whenever PTSD is actually brought up, the only time people will give it credit is if it is rape or combat vet. That's it. They won't allow any other PTSD to exist. I have witnessed people talking shit on people I actually once called friend because they had PTSD. I have witnessed people talk shit on PTSD on fucking Facebook. And this was when I was very heavily on Facebook. Now I barely even fucking look at my goddamn page. But I called a lot of people out at one point because I have witnessed people in my X amount of years, and in the last, I don't know, fucking 20 years of knowing certain people, I have seen people talk shit and shit on other people with PTSD. So I had to go to Facebook and I basically called them out secretly. I didn't name anyone, I didn't tag anyone, but I definitely called them out. They knew who they were, and one of them in particular ended up fucking blocking me because she knew she fucked up. And when I did that, one of my favorite lines that I actually used was, "Does my friend have to be fucking raped before anyone takes him seriously?"
Oh, shit. And even if he was raped, you wouldn't take him seriously anyway.
Here's a fun
no.
one. I've seen people who are just like, "Oh, rape victims, it's in the past. You should just get over it." Like, well,
Oh.
combat's
Oh,
in the
God.
past.
I was told that by people too. It's in the past. Get over it. There's no way you could have PTSD. Fuck off.
AP's in the chat saying don't compare, you know, like that kind of shit to like cops and soldiers. We're not. There are different kinds of PTSD.
AP's being a smartass.
Yeah, I know he is, but I'm just saying because there are people that actually think that. I don't know if he does or not, but there are people that actually think you can't have PTSD from abuse.
Yeah, AP's doing a shtick.
Yeah,
I know, but I'm
Bruni's
just saying.
also doing a shtick too. In case anyone was wondering, Bruni is basically saying, "What about rape surviving combat survivors? Double PTSD."
Yes,
Jesus
PTSD
fucking
rainbow.
Christ.
That's why we like Bruni.
Yeah, do not dogpile on Bruni. He is actually a troll, and he's one of the few people that even when he's shitting on me, I actually still like him.
Same.
So-
Yes. To answer AP's question, yes. Your mother beats you. You also have PTSD. Yes. Yes, you do. Yes.
AP,
Only yes.
since nobody
Very
else is
much
drinking
yes.
tonight. Actually,
Let's
AP,
be honest, there's
since
only
nobody-
one major trauma, and that's combat. Everything else is just a band-aid.
Yeah.
Oh, everything else is attention speaking. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Attention seeking.
I should know. I'm the biggest attention seeker of everybody. Hey, I just want to remind everybody, look at my tits.
They're
Apparently.
not front and center enough for you to be doing that.
Yeah, no, I'm apparently an attention seeker
And-
too.
and they're
despite
a
the character
painting.
assassination.
The bitchy
Dude,
witch is like,
Mark-
yay, where's the tits?
Yes. More tits.
Well, no, Will Ananos is saying I heard the idea that there should be a distinction between them. PTSD is just the kind of umbrella term for all of that.
Yeah,
it's
you know,
called
wait, there
post-traumatic stress disorder.
there is a specific it's called shell shock.
Yeah, there are specific studies for PTSD that's caused by rape, PTSD that's caused by combat and stuff, because then it kind of like branches off from there.
I know
Yes,
people
there-
who have PTSD because of emotional abuse.
Yes, and PTSD from, you know, childhood abuse, childhood trauma. So, anyways, Tyro's here. I think
Or an
he has
accident.
questions.
Or an
Yes.
Tyra has a
accident
few
as well.
questions. In case Sparky was wondering, Sparky, you're one of the people I'm not pissed off at. Lo-Fi is somebody I'm not pissed off at. A little disappointed. Trippy is somebody I'm not disappointed. I'm not pissed off at. Again, disappointed. Tyro is somebody I'm not pissed off at. In fact, I'm not even really disappointed in Tyro. I actually did listen to part of the stream that he did earlier with Lo-Fi, and again,
Before
may
it
have
turned
been-
into a shit show.
I may have been. No, this was very late into the stream. It only rendered about 2 hours at that point, and I was just listening to what I could. And again, Tyro seemed to actually be taking a completely objective point of view, even though I wasn't very I didn't like some of the questions he asked because they seemed a little too harsh, but fuck it, whatever. I was a little upset, moved past it because I'm like, you know what? No. Tyro has actually been pretty pleasant in all of this. And again, can't really fault or be angry at Lo-Fi, nor can I really be too angry at Trippy. But certain people are not going to be allowed on this stream because reasons.
Well, anyway, let's let Tyro ask his questions. He's got some questions.
Okay. Most of my questions were like about the timeline, because the timeline is just so muddled in terms of when things occurred.
Mm-hmm.
For example, you mentioned moving at some point, like
yes,
back to Orange County and out of Orange. So you moved within the state of California.
California. I moved out of California and back to California on 2 different occasions. I moved to San Diego at one point, but I didn't actually mention that. I never moved to Orange County. I was born in Orange County, but I never moved to Orange County.
Okay. Okay, that part kind of, let's see. So the main thing is we broke down the X's. I think one of the main points of confusion was X number 3. The fact that you kept going back to her, I think a lot of people were under the impression that she was 2 different people.
No, X number 3 was the exact same person. Regardless of when we fought and I ended up dating somebody else, she always ended up being somebody I went back to. I never learned my lesson.
It's not abnormal for people to go back to an abusive partner. It's fairly common.
Oh, yep. I'm familiar. Now, did at one point, Zell says that he moved with you to Nevada. Can you confirm that?
Oh, yeah. He actually did live with us in Nevada for about 2 months, I would say. And then somewhere in that 2-month time period, he actually did move out of the apartment I was living in with friends and into another apartment where he was actually emotionally being abused by somebody who also lived there and eventually had to move back to California.
Okay. Now, you also said a 7-year dry spell.
I say it's a 7-year dry spell because for the longest time, I couldn't really peg how long it was between these timelines when I last actually had sex with X number 3, because she was the last person at that point who I did, in fact, have sex with. And then, as I stated in the previous stream, for an entire 5th year, I never had an actual physical relationship with her. She and I just talked, but we never fucked.
Okay. But you're saying it was 7 years between X number 6 and X number 3 in terms of having sex?
No. Oh, yeah. In terms of having sex, I say 7 years, but realistically, it was probably more like 6 years. I can't remember, as I can recall, when the last time I officially had sex with X number 3. I just chalked it up to 7 because it had been so long and I couldn't fucking remember. I didn't think to actually the years.
Okay, because the times that I'd been given, like to break down the timeline that has been previously stated, was man, the early one is really bad. So 2015 was Cadunt, or X number 6. Sorry, I'm going to use names sometimes. Let's see, 2010 is when things ended with X number 3. And then it was like 2006 that I've been given as a start time for that, but it sounds like it went earlier than that.
2006 is a start time for what?
For X number 3. Sounds like
No, 2004.
2004. Okay.
Yes.
Good.
2004 was when I started dating.
Okay. So that was okay. So if 2004, so if you're counting year 5 as being the 5th year from 2004, so 2009 is when it finally subsided.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that makes a lot more sense. Thank you for that. Because, good. Yeah. Okay. So 2004 to 2009, then 2009 to 2015, a lot of nothing. Then X6 happens. Then, yeah. Okay. All right. Good. That nails that down a little bit. Let's see. One point. Okay, so this one goes to Anon. One term we didn't like was drive-by. Use the word drive-by a lot.
Oh yeah, I because he drove by Cadunt's house, right? So,
I
and
also-
then pulled over. That's what I was talking about when I said.
Well,
drive
as well
by,
as
said
X
drive
number
by.
3 too. I mean,
Yeah.
I did drive by her house a few times. Actually, I believe one of those times was legitimately me going over there to talk to her. But yes, I did drive by her house a couple of times. Again, under suspicion that she was in fact seeing somebody behind my back, which was later confirmed by her.
Yeah, and didn't you catch her?
I caught her in a lie on the third one because I was on my way over to her place. I didn't let her know until I was already on my way, and I was asking her where she was. When she told me
She said she was at home and she wasn't.
When she told me she was home, I looked over the fence and saw her room light was not on, and her TV, which is visible from the front yard. Her TV was not on either. And so when she told me she was home watching TV, I caught that as a lie, and I pointed it out to her, and then she told me what she was really doing.
Okay. That's sort of what I was talking about.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry. Just the reason I said drive by is Master Anonymous did similar stuff, like while with his ex when she started cheating on him to catch her in the act, which he also did.
Yeah.
I love how people were so sympathetic to you, Master Anon. So sympathetic to you. But for some reason,
it's really fucking odd too, because it basically the same thing. Are people going to call me a fucking stalker too for doing something completely normal, something that law enforcement would in fact encourage me to do?
I don't know. I guess there's enough anger towards me in this whole situation that they might have to.
There's certainly some malicious intent. They're going to have to pick and choose.
There's an axe to grind there. This is why I've disregarded most of it, because there's a very clear axe to grind. It's just a fuck Brockus. It's not a actual genuine concerns.
Yeah, there's an axe to grind, but there's no fucking foot pedal to move the grinder. So what the fuck is the point? Like,
I don't know. I get
they're just doing it by hand at this point. That's why they've been dragging it out for weeks and weeks.
I guess me saying at certain points that don't believe all of what they are saying, because their actions are actually counterintuitive to what their words are apparently saying. Like, Absolutely. If you're a fan of Brockus, stay a fan of Brockus, yet they are on several streams, at least, still pushing it, still talking about it. But I'm the one who's consistently yelling at my own co-host to drop it.
Yeah.
Now, interesting.
Let's see. Well, I think my personal issue with the term drive-by is when I hear drive-by, I think drive-by shooting.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, well, I'm not an American, so.
Oh, okay. So maybe that term, okay, because
in
America,
we're not all familiar with all the gangs in Canada land.
Okay.
Look, I may be from California, but that's something I'm not a part of. I
was
involved in a drive-by shooting, but it was a drive-by on me.
No, wait, Anon, what the hell do the gangs in Canada do? A drive-by insulting?
Yes, they drive by and say, "I'm sorry, I got tire tracks in your lawn."
Sorry, on the lawn.
You get some of the grannies there. It's like in England, you get the granny gangs.
They do drive by.
Kick your ass next time, eh?
We got Antoine in the chat. Hi, Antoine. Saying the comparison is not the same.
What comparison?
I think he's saying the comparison of me and Master Anon.
Oh, because
yes,
they don't deem what happened to you abusive, but what happened to him was abusive.
Yeah.
How is it not the same?
Did you listen to any of it? Or did you only listen to what Master Anon said and then demonize the fuck out of Brockus when he was talking?
I was actually going to raise that point as kind of my next question. Yes, the accusation of false equivalency has been made as part of the stream, and this has also been made kind of attack on your bias, perhaps, Miss Anon. So the main another point that Zell has raised, and I'll bring it up here so people are aware of it, is that X number 3 was not abusive. She was a slut. Yes, she slept around. Yes, she cheated, but that she was not the source of emotional or physical abuse in the relationship. Therefore, that she would not be considered abusive.
That's interesting.
Emotional abuse? Cheating is, in fact, emotional abuse, objectively so.
That sort.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure Zell wasn't there for the entire 5 years. In fact, I made it very clear that he was only there for a few months until he pissed me off too much, and he and I stopped being friends because he kept inserting himself. Said by her, not me, by her. But I will give him this much credit. He did, when I confronted him about that, because he kept inserting himself into my fucking drama with her, with my goddamn love story with her. He kept inserting himself, and when I confronted him about that in our big blow up that caused our friendship to end at that point, he said she's lying. Now, that's a part of contention I will give and say, well, I wasn't there for that conversation, so I don't know if Zell is lying or if he's telling the truth on that particular matter. However, with his recent actions, I'm inclined to believe that he was in fact lying to my fucking face on that particular scenario. But again, I can't be certain. Mind you, he was only there for a few months. And in that few months, I vented to him. I told him about what was going on with me and her. He knew that she and I were seeing each other, even though we weren't dating. But what would you call a guy who frequently talks to a girl in a fucking cutesy romantic way, who actually does have sex with her, who spends a lot of time with her, mainly indoors at her house or even his own house and such, doesn't necessarily go out in public, but still has some sort of a continuous romantic connection? Would you say they might be dating?
Okay.
I've been in that situation before where you're dating this person, but they won't tell anybody you're dating them.
I know a certain other person who frequently shows up on streams who was in that exact same situation not too long ago. But we will demonize me because it's beneficial somehow.
I got an Nicole Volato asks, if they didn't want the drama/issue to continue, then why do they keep talking about it when Brock is asked to stop?
That's a good question.
That point I can clarify. Cadunt views the matter as settled. She does not talk about it. We have asked her about that. She does not want to stream about it. She does not want to talk about it. Ever since the Brockus versus Zell cunt stream from a little while back, she does consider the matter settled. So Cadunt has let it go. Zell was going to let it go. He is under the impression that Brockus has been talking in DMs, bad-mouthing, that he does not like the way that Schmeckel has been pushing this, and he believes that Brockus is complicit with Schmeckel in pushing this publicly. He therefore sees Brockus as kind of betraying the resolution that occurred at the end of that and keeping it alive. So Zell has decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to leave the internet anyway, so I'm going to respond to it.
Wait. He's holding Brockus personally responsible for Schmeckel's fucking actions.
He considers Brockus complicit.
Strange.
Can I call him Prince of Queens right now? Because that's what he did to me.
Very accurate, yeah. Prince of Queens did exactly that.
Man. Are you mad?
I'm a man now.
Honestly, holy shit, dude. Your white knight complex is fucking showing.
As an aside, because it's funny as fuck, Outlaw Bear Dog is saying don't come to Virginia strip joints because they don't show titties. I imagine a lot of a lot of the strippers have like bullet holes and C-section scars too.
Wait, they don't show titties? What's the point?
No, it's probably illegal.
Yeah, that does sound horrible.
What's the South?
That sounds awful.
No, it's full of all fucking male allies.
Oh god,
so they can't like objectify the female form.
Oh god,
the strip club still exists.
Honestly, I'd like to point out, like, all of last week, all Brockus ever said was, "I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it here on my time by my decision. I'm going to talk about it, and then I want it to be over." And people kept hounding him and hounding him and hounding him. It was fucking ugly.
By the way, I actually did originally protest the stream with the non when she first brought it to my attention.
I begged him to do it.
Yeah. And
I also hear Brockus say that he asked Schmeckel not to talk about it?
Yes.
I yelled at him once.
He came very short of demanding that I not talk about it.
That just makes it worse. That's like throwing gasoline on him.
So if you're holding somebody responsible for what somebody else is doing, and that somebody is also very loudly saying, please don't do this, like, what else can Brockus do?
Yep. It was not all an act. What you don't understand is
behind the scenes, he was really encouraging it. We have to keep it alive.
What you don't understand is any claim that they make is to be believed. It doesn't matter
I mean,
if they don't have evidence
it's hard for
behind
me
it or
because I'm
anything like
blonde and I have big tits and I'm stupid.
We have to explain it to you in small words.
Now,
Please.
Obi, one point.
There are 3 small words. Maybe you'll get these. Listen and believe.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Oh yeah, that really made me happy. That made me so
terrible believer.
I despise listen and believe personally. I really hate that one.
Michael, I didn't know you were a believer.
Oh, God damn it.
No!
We do know however, we do know for a fact that Anti-Hero is a believer.
Now I will say one point I find interesting. Brockus, Zell, and Kadunt have all agreed that Schmeckel blindsided them with the secret hangout. And,
no. He sideswiped them. I originally kept protesting, but I did agree to doing something like that. However, I thought it was just me and Kadunt because he wanted to settle that first.
Zell's presence was the blind side. Okay.
I got involved there too. I messaged Zell privately when they were first bickering with each other. Yes. And I offered to mediate an off-air hangout between Brockus and Zell so that they could talk it out without screaming at each other.
And I think that would have been good.
Probably better. But then Schmeckel swooped in and had all 3 of them in a hangout together, and that probably escalated into a shouting fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nothing against Schmeckel, but that clearly failed miserably.
You're a crappy mediator, Schmeckel. I love you. You're like the worst mediator
to be
ever.
fair, I wasn't really trying.
I was about to say he just wants to view.
Yeah, Schmeckel's not a mediator. I'm not even insulting him when I say no. He was acting like a bastard on purpose.
We all know this.
You're an asshole, too.
To expect more of him would be stupid on your behalf.
To be fair, in all those streams, I was very self-aware about the fact that I was going to hell.
Yeah.
He has
you have a reserved seat.
This makes me sad because hell isn't real.
Yeah. Both sides of the argument do agree Schmeckel has been a complete cunt and is a horrible person. That's pretty universally agreed upon. Yeah. That is the common ground, is hating Schmeckel.
I'm not even going to argue that.
Wait, so his stream is called the cunt stream, and he's a cunt.
Really?
It just clicked.
I
just got that. I just got it.
Oh, good girl. She needs a gold star.
Atta girl.
Yay! Have you answered all the questions now, or are there more?
Let's go. Yeah, I'm just trying to gather. My notes on this were rather scattered.
I can imagine because there was a lot of
unscatter that shit, everything. You know?
Yeah, I know. I'm trying. Trust me. Let's see. So, okay, X3. I got. We spoke at length about them, but I'm hoping you could condense it down a little bit here, so it's a little more understanding. So you started seeing her. Well, no. So you met her. She was cheating on some guys. So you knew going in she was someone who cheated. You started dating her. She started cheating on you. She broke up to you to go out with a guy who ended up cheating on her. Then she started seeing you again on the down low. Then she broke up with you to go be with him. And then I get a little fuzzy in terms of the order of events.
Yeah, it's all pretty muddy because he dated other people in between and then went back to her, and then she was dating other people. And
now there was some kind of move. You mentioned some kind of move within California, perhaps, that because you said Nevada and Kansas happened after the final breakup when she got pregnant and all that, right?
No, when I moved to Kansas, that was after the final breakup. That wasn't even officially final because, as I pointed out later, that the final breakup came about when Kadunt and I weren't doing so well, and I wasn't handling it well, and I basically cut all ties with ex number 3 because she and I still communicated with each other over the years, but only on special days like my birthday, her birthday, or specific holidays that were significant to us.
Okay, so the Kansas move is like 2015. Okay, so when was the Nevada move?
No. Again,
no.
You weren't paying attention as far as I can tell, or it was so scattered that you broke down the wrong
There
thing.
was a lot, and my attention was divided because I had about 3 side chats going on at the same time. Yes.
So I will give you the timeline per year, each event that actually happened for what went down between me and her, or would you rather I just skip to certain moves?
Give the timeline. Yeah.
Okay.
Just a brief outline. That would be very helpful.
2004, she and I start dating. 2 months into the relationship, after a month of blissful dating, she had turned sour on me. And then sometime in the beginning of September, she actually confessed to me that she had been cheating on me the entire time during the second month. She and I actually break up. She basically forced my hand in that situation because she said she was going to continue seeing him and me at the same time. For a couple of months at that point, he and I actually knew that we were both seeing her around the same time. However, we were taking turns, basically. He got pissed off after a couple of months of that because he wanted her exclusively to himself, to which then I eventually was pushed away from the entire story. Shortly after that, he started acting very, very weird to her. So he started apparently cheating on her. She started cheating on him with me. We continued on this particular path for the next year and a half due to the fact that this was the first 2 years of the relationship. Shortly after those 2 years, the two of them eventually broke up completely after he had eventually been caught and confessed to cheating on her multiple fucking times with multiple fucking women. And she and I started actually shortly after that dating in secret yet again. Sometime later, I eventually fucking got into a big ass fight with her because I tried to make that public information that she and I were actually dating. Mind you, this was around the time that Zell had decided to become a part of the whole drama, even though I was merely using him as a venting fucking system at first, and she apparently had used him as a venting system as well. But shortly after his insertion and continuous causing of fights between she and I eventually severed ties with Zell, and I shortly after that severed ties with her because of the fact that she and I couldn't stop fucking fighting. I eventually move on. I start dating somebody completely else. Mind you, this is at this point now 2006, 2007. Okay. Because I start and I count each year from when we started dating, which was in August 1st, 2004 was when we started dating. Again, I wish I forgot that date. I can't. No matter how much I drink. This is why I need vodka, by the way. I need to erase the hard drive. Anyways, so 2 years into the relationship, it is now 2006. She's broken up with the other guy. Me and her start dating. Shortly after that, Zell and me start having fucking problems. It eventually turns into 2007, and I am now dating a completely new girl. She and I date for about 6 months, and then we sever ties in the summer of 2007 due to the fact that, well, she cheated on me as well. Shortly after that, I end up communicating with fucking ex number 3 yet again, and the two of us start seeing each other in secret yet again. However, every single time it comes to the fall and winter, something starts to change in her, and she's no longer interested in me in that way. And I'm trying to now push it to be a public relationship instead of a private one. She starts seeing somebody else. Me and her get into a big goddamn fight, and eventually the two of us go our separate ways. 2008, I am now dating somebody else. That only lasts for a few months, for about a month, a little more than a month, and then she ghosted me. Shortly after that, she and I, ex number 3 and I start talking again. This time, however, she has gone through now 2 different boyfriends, which she has cheated. No, 3 different boyfriends, which she has cheated on me with when she was dating all 3 of them. I'm sorry, she cheated on them with me while she dated all 3 of them at different points. So we continue on. I'm no longer dating anybody else. I'm exclusively dating her because anytime she and I are actually in that sort of dating situation, I take it seriously and I take it like a public relationship, but it's private. 2008, 2009, that's when year number 5 happened, and she and I had no sexual relationship whatsoever because the summer of 2008, she eventually confessed to me that she had gotten pregnant by the new guy who would eventually become her husband. In year number 5, from when we started dating, she and I had absolutely no physical contact with each other whatsoever due to the fact that she was engaged, married, and pregnant through almost the entirety of that. I had an emotional breakdown, which Kadunt was actually there for because of the fact that Kadunt and I had actually become friends in the middle of those 5 years. I didn't start dating Kadunt until many years after this, back in 2015.
Right.
Now, but I want to point out, in the 5th year, one of the reasons why she and I didn't have a physical relationship, I moved to San Diego temporarily, but I eventually moved back. I forgot to mention.
Okay, that's the moving part that I caught. That's what I wanted clarity on. Okay, that was year 5. Okay.
After year 5, I eventually moved to Kansas, and I was there for approximately 6-7 months. I starved there almost the entire time. I eventually got a job, provided for myself, but I eventually lost that job due to the people at that particular work not liking me very much for being loud and obnoxious. And
I could see that happening.
I cussed. Their complaint was very, he's not Christian, and we don't like him anymore.
Godbother has a good point. He says, so the moral of the story is women are evil. Yes.
Women can be evil.
No,
women
the moral
can
of
be evil. The
story
ones
is
in
humanity.
Yeah, I can agree on the women is evil part. Yeah.
Women are evil. It's true.
Okay, cool. So that helps a lot. Actually, you just answered about 5 of the questions I had. That's why I wanted you to do that, because I'm like, I don't want to make you repeat all of that. So yeah, let's get good. Whew, God.
Any more?
So you severed ties with Zell in around 2007. When did you reconnect with Zell?
Zell and I eventually reconnected about 6-7 months later. We reconnected sometime later that year, after several months of actually not talking to each other and him building a new friendship with somebody he and I would later regret building friendships with because of how much of a piece of shit he is. Mind you, I mentioned him in the previous stream because I brought up the fact that, one, he's a horrible person and basically fucked my ex number 3 while she and I were secretly dating. And tried to pretend like he was my fucking friend, even though he had already made a choice to side with my former best friend at the time, completely and utterly taking his side. I brought him up for context because this was how some of the social circles I was a part of were being poisoned by both her and my former best friend.
Hey, Schmeckle. Are you there?
Yeah.
You remember when Liz showed us her 2 buttholes? Innocent times. Annie said in the chat, and it just made me cry.
Those were more fun times than this. Brockus, instead of...
Can we talk about her buttholes again?
The important parts.
I'm just going by what Tyro's asking.
Tyro's asking questions.
Yeah, I'm just trying to fill in a couple things. Okay, I mean, the... Okay. Now I did. There was an incident involving karaoke. Was that the one where you got drunk and were like shouting over the mic, "I love you" at X number 3? Was that one of the incidents?
that was not karaoke. I did grab a microphone because it was at a backyard party where there was a live band, and I actually got on the microphone and drunkenly confessed my love for X number 3, and this was shortly after our actual breakup. This was in October of 2004 because it was a birthday party for a specific friend of hers who was actually engaged to another friend. One of her closest friends was engaged to this guy, blah, blah, blah. And I drunkenly confessed my affection for her and embarrassed the shit out of her.
Okay, good. I'm glad I asked on that one. Okay. I'll get to the main one. So those were the small questions. The major issue here, and you brought it up a little bit with Anon. So I kind of think I know how you're going to answer it, but I still wanted to get out there. So one of your key points has been that you are better now, that you recognize that you did some pretty messed up things with X number 3 and X number 6, Kadun. And you do feel bad about that. And you don't want to do that anymore. However, over the course of actually pretty recently, the last few weeks, you have been accused by someone of being creepy towards them in a manner similar to what we've heard about before with Kadunt and X number 3. So that would seem to suggest that you have not improved, that the behavior is continuing, and that you very recently did that again towards another female. Who was
what is this,
Dr. co-host and been a stream.
I wouldn't mind addressing this because that was basically my fault. I started that, so I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I am. The person in question has stated in chats, but they haven't stated on a stream. That's why I'm not giving their name.
Yes,
but this is a big enough topic that has been raised that I did want to address it. I
want to talk about it a little bit. Because, like I said, that's my fault. I done did that. and like
Done goofed on.
I did.
Done.
How dare I try to make people happy? Fucking bitch!
Why would you laugh like that? Why
I
would
don't
you
know. I'm the worst. Anyways, I don't think he did anything directly to her. I think she's talking specifically about the things has had said about things he's done in the past. He's had another girlfriend since then.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have X number 7. That was what, 2 weeks? I think you said
2 weeks. No. X number 5 was about a month. X number 1 and 2 were about 2 weeks.
And it wasn't me or not.
It wasn't. Yeah.
It lasted for far longer than 2 weeks. We dated for months.
No, I mean after Cadunt, the X number 7, the one who was after Cadunt. I thought you said that was like 2 weeks, real quick or something.
No. It took me a long time to get over Cadunt, and one of the things that I ended up doing was I stopped talking to her almost completely. The only reason why she and I ever interacted with each other was because we were a part of the same Facebook group, and we were both admins. So because of the rules of that particular group, she and I couldn't have each other blocked, and we would occasionally have to delegate on certain decisions that went on in the group. But that was as far as it really went. I never really interacted with her outside of that. Sometime after I started doing that, I eventually started dating another girl at the end of the summer of 2016.
Okay.
I want to say that it was at the end of this. It was towards the end of the summer, at the end of the summer, whatever. But 2016, she and I started actually seeing each other. It started off as an accident. It started off as a mistake. The two of us had both recently gotten out of relationships. We were still a little shaken up by it. We were torn by it. Whatever. We were emotional by it. And then she and I started to comfort one another in this new relationship, and we had plenty of sex and dated for several months, which actually made another friend of mine very jealous because of the fact that I was in a relationship with somebody and he was single. But eventually that came to an end in January of 2017 when her father started having issues with his health. His health was failing drastically. That February, he actually passed away.
Oh.
She broke up with me because she could not emotionally handle a relationship. We were planning on months later, probably in the summer, of rekindling that relationship. However, one of her biggest problems with me at that point was the fact that I was still talking to and friends with Cadunt. And she wouldn't drop it, even though I kept telling her it's not a big deal. I have no intention of dating her. I have no intention of ever having any kind of physical relationship with her. It's a nothing issue. If you have a problem with me saying that she's my friend, fine, I guess. But me and her barely even talk. The only time we have talked lately is because we have to delegate on a decision in the fucking group. This is what I told her very clearly, but she did not like it. She was very hypocritical, very selfish. And later I realized how selfish she actually was because she just would not drop that bit. She kept pushing. I don't like the fact that you're still talking to a friend of yours who's an ex. And it was really fucking weird. Like, why would you care if I'm never around her, if I have no intention of ever being around her in that sort of way and stuff? Like, we're barely even friends. What the fuck is the problem? She and I eventually fought far too often over that subject alone. And then she pissed me off finally when she was at that point starting to see another former friend of mine who basically decided to tell her in private. Mind you, at this point, I was starting to have a lot of paranoid thoughts and panic attacks involving my friends, thinking that my friends weren't actually my friends, that they were only my friends out of obligation or convenience, that they weren't really my friends, that they treated me badly, blah, blah, blah. I was having this problem, and I told her about this, and then she would later tell me that the guy that she started seeing at that point was a former friend of mine, said, well, we were never friends to begin with. Oh, so I got pissed. I stopped talking to her. I stopped talking to him. I unfollowed them on all forms of social media, and I walked the fuck away because it did not feel good to basically have somebody saying shit like that behind my back just so he could get a piece of hot ass, which she does have a piece of hot ass.
Schmeckle's fucking picture.
Yeah.
It was brought up. I was a little bored.
Yeah.
Probably made
Yeah.
I think we're all fucking bored of this
Yeah,
topic.
the chat is
chat's
complaining.
bored, we're bored, but
I'm complaining.
The chat.
We got about
okay.
I'm sorry, I'm not
Well,
entertaining enough.
the
One in the
accusations,
chat if you should take 2 more shots of that brandy.
Oh, dude, you've got the hiccups already. I think you can cool it.
No, it's the stutter, not the hiccups.
Ren!
Hey.
Hi, Ren.
Oh shit! I don't think this is the actual first time I've ever been on a stream with Ren.
Oh, hi, Tanuki.
Hey, Ren, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm decent and drunk.
I would like to talk about food and titties.
Yep.
Apparently, Tennessee Marine wants me to take that drink and him and Annie. Yeah,
They're encouraging you. You shouldn't encourage him.
Tennessee Marine.
Red has awesome titties. I love watching her streams.
Thank you.
No, we got Chaos in the chat saying the only reason this topic is bugging me is because I actually watched it on stream earlier.
Thank you.
I only caught maybe 10 minutes, so I...
Honestly, it's because we're doing the same
Brockus
shit.
said something terrible.
Hang on. Actually, wait. If you actually give a fuck about it, you could go watch that stream. If you care about Brockus' side, go watch that. I don't know why we're actually talking about shit that we've already talked about.
Brockus.
It's already been addressed, man. Is there anything that we actually didn't address that we need to talk about?
Well, the story of X number 7 is actually new, so that I do appreciate you filling that in. That's a nice gap to have filled in. I guess the last question I had, Master Anon.
Yeah, I have no idea what any of this shit is.
Hang on, Tanuki.
Yeah.
Wait.
So, Master Anon, we've been drawing parallels between your case and Brockus. So, one of the things that has come out, Brockus left some fairly testy voicemails to some of his exes. Did you do similar?
I didn't need to.
You screamed at her.
Ah, I see. So in person screaming instead of voicemails.
He confronted her to her face, which doesn't leave evidence.
They
luckily
live
for
together.
him.
I have never lived with any of my exes except for ex number 4.
That's
Adam,
boy.
And it needs to be added that the cunt deserved it. More people
hell yeah.
would have screamed at her.
Hell yeah.
Shit, I would scream at her if I fucking knew who she was and actually had her standing in front of me.
Lots of people have on my behalf because she's a fucking cunt.
What she did to you was fucking awful.
I don't like women like that. I generally want to punch them in the mouth.
Please do. I will find her. I will bring her to you, and you can punch her in her mustache.
Question: is she worth going to jail over?
Hell fucking yes.
Most of the time, no.
It's been 6 fucking
Thank
years.
you, Master or not, he gets it.
Bruni, to acknowledge your question and to also continue to throw a little bit of shade because I'm still very pissed off. Apparently, no one hurt me, Bruni. I only hurt myself. I'm not to blame with any of my emotional distress. It's all me because I'm a hurt little puppy.
Yeah, people who are abusive are not to blame for their actions. You are only to blame for everything.
Yeah,
I can't help but laugh at the hurt little puppy in that voice.
I want to actually call them the Suicide Squad because it seems like what they're trying to do.
What was that? Tanuki?
That's a little far. You think?
I think that. No, yeah, I think that the kind of behavior that they're doing to Brockus right now has pushed other people to suicide. Absolutely, I do.
Absolutely, it has. It almost pushed me to suicide in the past.
I mean, certainly.
That type of behavior.
But I don't think that's what they're trying to do.
That doesn't mean that's not what they're fucking doing.
I don't think a lot of people are trying to do it.
You don't think that there's any malicious intent at all?
Oh, there's a hell of a lot of malicious intent.
That means they mean to do it. Squidward, that means that they mean to do it. That's what malicious intent is.
Mind you, I do have.
You can have malicious intent, and it doesn't need to be specifically to see the person dead. It's
really
to do something malicious.
Socially dead. They do want that.
Oh,
they want
socially dead, certainly.
Yeah, they want me socially.
I'm pretty sure the people that told Master Anon to kill himself fucking meant it.
Well, no, yeah, maybe those guys. I'm talking about Brockus.
Yeah, I don't particularly like any of these people or their behavior. So
fucking Bruni, you dick.
What do you do?
He said, "Well, to be honest, you were the one who hurt your rotator cuff, so no one made you do it."
Look. Fair enough.
Amazon did it.
God damn it, Anon, I kept that secret enough, but whatever. I don't fucking care
Hey,
anymore.
hey, it's hard to not go down this.
I don't. No, yeah, I did hurt myself on that one. You have a point to you, Bruni. You
No.
sick.
Have
No
you
points,
seen
Bruni.
the pressure cookers on Amazon?
It's true.
Amazing.
And heavy.
Dude, fucking 25 quarts. It's
By the way,
astounding.
I was
What's
lifting
funny,
in.
you can literally order like a box of lead weights on Amazon.
Oh no, yeah,
No
actually,
lie.
that,
you can order just
You know,
about any goddamn thing you please on Amazon.
Hang on.
that's what hurt me. I was lifting weight sets to
There
make
you
a box wall. Lots
I
of
would-
weights.
Wait,
hang on.
You were making a box wall.
A fort. I would make.
But
a
yeah,
fort.
why not?
No.
Box fort.
My job
Oh
is
my god, you were
legitimately to
making
make
Fort
box walls.
Kick-Ass. That's
I basically I was outbound. I still technically am, but I was outbound, and I would load the trucks for shipping to other places. And so my job definitely consisted of creating essentially forts. In fact, we did make a fort one time, legitimately, because it was a slow night and we fucking could. So why not?
Wait, did you put the fort and then in the middle of it you got one of the
box
industrial
wall
heaters
technician.
and you put it in the middle and like flipped it up and then roasted marshmallows on it?
No, we couldn't set anything
Damn
on
it!
fire.
See, that's what I did in the dead of winter at one of my past jobs. It's like we had one of those big hardcore industrial heaters that pumped out the heat like a motherfucker, and you could roast marshmallows and hot dogs on it.
Wait,
So one night,
are Annie and Ellie gonna fuck?
what?
yeah, we've been
live?
fucking for a long time. Yeah, you didn't know that the cunt stream is now on Pornhub?
It's a cesspool.
Look,
Do you actually do live shows?
I'm talking about roasting hot dogs and marshmallows on goddamn industrial heaters. You're talking
Fuck
about
everybody else because
yeah,
Schmeckle
shut up,
offered me an
Tanuki.
exclusive contract to the cunt stream Pornhub, and he said that Parsnip and I could fuck on there, and Annie and I could fuck on there, and I could fuck anybody I want.
Oh, beautiful!
Say this.
This is a way better topic than your fucking slow cooker.
Oh, hold on a sec. I'm gonna go get some more water. I'll be right back.
How about you fuck off? Because the slow cooker is fucking amazing.
Hey, how about you
I was
fuck off?
talking
Tits
about an
fuck-
industrial
tits
fucking
better than
heater.
slow cooker.
Have you
I
ever
want
seen
to talk
a
about
fucking industrial
food.
heater?
You know what? 1 for tits, 2 for slow cooker.
No,
I
not slow
gotta vote-
cooker. Industrial heater.
I don't
I
care
gotta
about
vote
your,
for
I don't
food.
give a shit about your heater.
I don't
Food
give a
is-
shit about your fucking fucking.
This is gonna be the night that the slow cooker wins out over kids.
I see it. I see it. Fuck you two.
Right.
No, tip of the scales. Tip of the scales. Yeah.
Slow cooked tits. You've got one of those weird cannibal fetishes.
And the twos have it. The twos win.
No, they didn't.
Yep.
No, they scammed. That doesn't count. There was more ones from people than twos. Fuck you. Tanuki doesn't have a wrench. She's gonna get timed out.
Oh yeah, I'll fucking win on that shit. Yeah.
Quick, while Brockus is gone, everybody, all the ladies here, tell everybody how uncomfortable he makes you feel.
Like a good amount. I don't
Super
even have a lot,
obviously
but he makes
Schmeckle's a
me
lady
uncomfortable.
because he's the
Schmeckle, I
first
didn't know
to
you
Of
were
course,
a
Schmeckle
lady.
leads the way.
No, I just said I don't even got a twat, but he makes me uncomfortable.
It's a song.
Well, there was this one time that we were talking about his gaping asshole, and he said that he wouldn't put me in it. I was totally uncomfortable for the rest of the evening. It was disgusting.
Brockus doesn't creep me out, but then again, most internet people don't creep me out. So
Hard to creep me out online, and only certain people have ever done it.
I have a really hard time actually getting a read on people on the internet. I have a hard time getting a read on people in person. So this
Question.
the fact that
Have you
people facial
ever
expressions
cooked
doesn't
this-
fucking help.
Have you ever cooked a goddamn stew on a
Shut up
goddamn
about your
industrial heater?
stupid slow cooker, Annie.
No,
That
not
sounds like
slow
something from my
fucking
bucket
cooker.
list.
Annie says
Not slow.
that
I'm
no,
not. Shut the
shut
fuck up
no,
for 5
shh,
seconds.
No, you're
Shut
too
the
drunk
fuck
for this.
up.
Shut. I'm gonna see how long it takes him to figure out how to unmute himself.
Oh, that fucking fast? Oh yeah. Big
No, that was
shocker.
quick.
Yeah. It's not like you're
Okay,
the
Annie,
first
can you
fucking
show us
person
on the
trying to
doll
fucking
where
do-
Brockus touched you?
So Tanuki
What was
is
that?
not
What
a
was that?
for schemes.
Oh, it's like you fucking do a trick once. Oh yeah. Yeah, what was that on?
Yeah, okay, the Anons are ganging up on the fucking Tanuki now.
Oh yeah, big fucking deal.
You're gonna get gangbanged by the Anons.
Oh.
I love that you accidentally muted yourself, expecting to be muted. Oh fuck.
Wah wah.
Okay, what about your stupid slow cooker?
Not a fucking stupid slow cooker. It's a fucking industrial heater that pumps out.
It's an industrial heater, aka a slow cooker.
Do you even understand what a slow cooker does?
I don't think you know what a slow cooker is, Anon.
It's a pot. It cooks things slowly.
It's earthware. It's earthware.
Right, like a clay pot.
Yeah, it's clay and shit that you heat up.
I have one.
It sustains itself within the fucking heat.
Yes, I have one.
Yeah, you have one, but do you understand the fucking process of how it works?
It gets hot and cooks shit.
So you're industrial heater.
So you're a fucking retard.
Yes. Help me.
Obviously.
Did your industrial heater use metal then? Is that your argument?
No, it uses magnesium. But what you do is you put a
that
stew
sounds
pot.
like a way to get metal poisoning of some kind.
No, you put a stew pot on top of it, then you heat up the water, make a stew inside of it, and then you just go about your business.
No, yeah,
you can make a fucking stew on fucking industrial heater because the rack on top of it. Also, you can roast.
Tanuki.
Can you do?
Too many fucking people talking.
Tanuki.
Maybe if we say it 3 times, he'll go away.
All right.
God fucking damn it.
The opposite of Beetlejuice.
Allie, you go first.
All right.
First.
Can you do slow cooker Sunday, but like make it ghetto, like cook on a radiator and stuff?
Oh my god!
Yes, please.
Slow cooker.
I
second this idea.
But I really don't want to because that'd be a pain in the ass.
Oh,
I don't have a radiator.
I would love for
so good though.
Tanuki, I would love for you to do a video where it's basically you saying you're gonna smoke a salmon, and all it is you chain smoking and then blowing it onto the salmon.
Yes.
No. What I do would be like I chain smoke, but I fry the salmon in a fucking cast iron.
I should have known Tanuki was just going to talk about cooking and make me fucking hungry.
Exactly.
Yeah. Why did I invite you? Why did I invite you again?
Because you make terrible life choices.
It's true, I do. I make the worst.
Anon does nothing but make terrible life choices.
Speaking of terrible life choices, I do have one more question for Brockus.
No. The answer is no.
Really? We were talking about something good, man.
Yeah, fuck you.
Very quick, it's a yes or no.
Quick rune and shit.
Brockus, you're not going to do this again, right? You guys
no, we're done.
Fucking no, dude. Like I've essentially given up on the idea of even actually dating anybody, but I'm not exactly opposed to the idea that maybe there could be somebody out there that I actually could date and shit. But in all honesty, I'm gonna do what I did with ex number 7, be very forward about everything. She knew all about this before she actually decided to date me. And I was going to end up telling that certain someone who decided to listen and believe. I was going to tell her the same shit.
Yes or no.
I'm going to tell her about that, but no. I guess
you know what? Honestly, you're taking my advice and Dr. Randomer Cam's advice, and that is beautiful. Move on, people.
Yeah.
Move on.
All I'm saying is don't go and start this friendship.
And move on.
No, now I'm going to start stalking Tanuki because he has smoked salmon.
It's true. Wait, you're actually a bear.
It really is.
And
true.
he's got slow cooker Sundays.
So we'll call that Bronuki.
Wait. When did... Okay, Slow Cooker Sunday became a thing without me even doing anything.
Yeah, you have to.
I heard a rumor that this was happening. I don't know where I got this rumor from.
Bronuki.
I don't know who. But I don't remember doing Slow Cooker Sunday. But I mean,
now it's a thing.
I'm not against it.
You better do it now.
Anon, you shut the fuck up.
I'm a crap man.
So yeah, I have to go because my head's gonna explode.
Oh, feel better.
Feel better, Thorn.
Feel better.
I'm gonna go mainline some water and go to sleep.
Okay.
Get a water bottle.
Okay. I have a water. Good night.
Night.
Not my mom. Good night.
No, for real. It's just a lot of people just don't understand the concept of like you drink a giant glass of water and then keep a water bottle by your bedside. That way, when you wake up, if you accidentally have a hangover, you have it there if you need it.
I thought that was for pissing in.
No.
What?
You have a separate piss bottle?
Yeah, I use mason jars to piss in.
Is it because the hole is bigger?
You told me it was 20!
Well, my
not drink the
secret's out.
moonshine at Tanuki's house. Mental note.
Moonshine mixed with fucking piss.
Don't drink yellow lightning.
What kind of fucking cocktail is that?
It's lemon mixed with white lightning.
Dude, no.
Something you'd probably find in Mexico at a seedy bar.
Or
Hey,
the very,
at least
very
my
deep
shit's better
south.
than what you can get in Tallahassee.
Very deep south.
Well, if you're drinking
Tallahassee?
moonshine to begin with, that cocktail would look more like a Caesar, but ugh.
Oh, no.
You a bloody Caesar? Yeah.
No. Oh, Jesus.
I'm a fucking monster. I've just been saying pics of food to Anon.
I know it's evil. I'm trying not to get fat. I'm trying not to be fat anymore. He's fucking ruining it.
It really is because all my food's fucking amazing.
I gave you the picture of the second coming, and you're sending pictures of food to torture people. You are the Antichrist.
I'm a fucking monster.
Yeah, Tanuki is the bad guy here. That's what I want you
Let's
to
all
take away from
dogpile
this
Tanuki.
Tanuki, bad guy.
Tanuki the bad guy.
Fuck
Food
you,
porn is
Tanuki.
immoral.
You make obesity a real problem.
Hey, Anon, I just sent you another pic.
I ain't opening my DMs for you anymore.
Do it, bitch!
No, fuck you. You can't make me do it anymore.
Yeah, I can.
Don't worry, he felt bad. He wanted to kill your appetite. He sent news.
I ain't opening it. You can't make me.
Do it, motherfucker.
Don't fucking make me.
I don't have to make you because you're gonna do it fucking anyways.
How do you know?
Because I know.
I ain't doing shit.
Sure.
You don't know
bitch.
shit about shit. I'm
I don't
watching
know
the
shit
chat.
about shit about my DMs anyway. Blah, blah, blah. That's
You
what you
can
sound like.
see right now. I haven't opened it.
Imagine being that retarded, just blah, 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 all the time.
I haven't opened it, and I'm gonna. Master and Honor, are you gonna let him abuse me like this?
Apparently, yes.
I'm just thinking about how this Cuntstream Pornhub channel is going to actually do if all it is us sitting around in masks and shit with the slow cooker.
Dude, it's BDSM
Dude, you hump
porn.
a slow cooker. That's all you gotta do.
Don't worry. The Master Anon knows the direction this should go.
As long as everybody is peeing in the slow cooker, it should do quite well.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dude, just all the pee fishes.
The slow cooker totally won out over tits, so that's the new porn.
Yep.
Dude, you'd be surprised how much people love fucking food.
Food is superior to tits.
Food is-
It's true, Tyro, yes.
Yeah. I know.
Tanuki is going to be on there stroking his meat, making sure it's nice and tender.
Actually fucking food.
Oh, no! What are we gonna fuck first?
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, Ali's gonna
Pornhub channel
just into some good
fucking
ribs.
food.
So we're gonna fuck ribs first?
Yeah.
They
I
better
don't
be
know
like
if you can
beef
fuck
ribs,
meat.
because
That seems a lot like
pork
fucking
ribs are
Canadian.
really small.
They have beef ribs.
Yeah, they better be beef ribs. Pork ribs too small.
What's the fucking wrong with beef ribs, motherfucker?
Beef ribs are fucking delicious.
I'll slap the fuck out of you.
With a beef rib, because I will probably die.
Yeah, bro.
That would probably also make good porn.
I also make my own barbecue sauce, motherfucker.
Ooh, nice.
Miss Anon makes awesome barbecue sauce.
I do.
You go,
We'll have to have
sweet
a
or savory
barbecue sauce off. Oh, fucking Will! Fuck you! You sent me cake! I hate you! I opened it! Fuck you! Okay, now everybody's on the DM ban list until the fucking stream is over.
I'm the only one who sends anything nice in DMs.
I'm not sending anything right now at all.
Are you sending me food too?
Don't
send me food!
No, I didn't send you food. I sent.
I don't trust any of you motherfuckers.
I sent Tanuki the picture of the likeness of our Lord and Savior.
You sent him Jesus?
Flying spaghetti monster?
Jabus.
What was Jesus doing?
Yeah, I guess he's never seen seeps in a bra before.
There, Allie. I sent you some pictures.
Oh, you sent him seeps in a bra. Wow.
Look, Allie, I sent you what I sent to Anon.
Did I get
Motherfuckers see that shit.
Oh my gosh. I'm on my phone. It's a burden. Where did you send
You're
it?
a fucking burden. I said it's fucking Twitter.
Your mom's a burden, Tanuki.
My mother's a goddamn saint, you motherfucker.
I don't
you take
have
that
anything
shit.
on there.
You take those goddamn words out of your goddamn mouth.
Can you please
wipe
explain
them off,
to us?
clean them off, and put them back on the shelf, you motherfucker.
Can you explain to us in 20 words or less why your mother is a saint?
Because she's absolutely fantastic.
Damn.
He's not a boomer.
Oh, you're not that drunk.
Up on my goddamn fucking page. Why do you expect me to not realize I'm muted? Really?
Because you're insanely drunk, but apparently.
Yeah, I'm insanely drunk, but at least I'm aware.
Yeah, everybody's sending me pictures of food now. I'm not opening any of it.
Aw.
I can see. I know that it's food. Fuck
Womp
you.
womp.
That's right. I'm ruining your fun. Fuck you. You can't make the fat girl sad that she can't eat.
Yeah, that's because we don't have to make a fat girl sad. We just have to realize that she's a fucking retard.
Shut up. You're a fucking retard.
Hey,
Yeah, but not
Your
as much
mom's
as
a
you.
fucking retard. Look what happened to you.
I sent you something that'll actually hurt you in your DMs.
Oh my. Uh-oh.
Game for this.
How did you hurt him? Because I need to know.
Have you ever heard of vegan barbecue?
Oh God, that hurts
That
me.
does not words right.
Meh. Yeah, meh.
Vegan barbecue does not exist.
Dude, look. Have you ever had like fucking smoked corn?
Yeah, it's delicious.
It's fucking amazing.
It is.
So if we're just talking like corn and whatnot and just a couple other things, that's not a big deal. Oh, vegan barbecue, big deal. It's essentially like smoked vegetables.
Faux meat.
Okay, so that's fine. It's when they get tofu involved.
It's
That's
like
when
when you break it down, it's not that big of a deal.
I once went to an all vegan wedding, and like all the kids were like hoarding the rolls, and I'm like, fucking
Wait,
little
why
bastards!
were they hoarding
Like
the rolls?
because there was nothing edible there. It was like everything was covered in curry, and the lines for the bathroom at about 8 o'clock. I think the wedding started at like 5, and then by the time it was dinner time, it was like 6 or so. And the lines for the bathroom at 8 o'clock were like insane. Like you could not get into the bathroom. Everybody's they're all sweating. Like there was so much curry. Everybody's like, oh, it got so hot. And
Dude,
everybody's trying to like down alcohol. Everybody's getting wasted because there's nothing of substance.
Like alcohol and curry, that's like my best fucking thing ever.
Curry shits are the worst, man.
Man.
My asshole was in so much pain. You could just hear everybody else next to you, like every single stall. There was like at least
had
6
asshole
stalls,
sutures.
and you could hear everyone. It was like people would like bust in, hike up their dress, and it was just like fucking
They had to have
awful.
a
Like,
squatter
it
with
was
a bucket.
bad. It was so bad. Like I was. Next time anybody says vegan wedding, I'm just gonna send a gift.
Yeah, just no thanks.
I'm not doing it again.
Well, you have a particular illness that makes vegetables just hard for you to deal with, don't you?
I do. I have ulcerative colitis, but everybody was sweating. At first I felt bad.
Not only do you have issues, but it was already making like normal fucking people fucked up.
Well, like I looked over at my date, and I'm like, at some point, I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna pass out. Like I'm so hot, and I'm in so much pain. And he carried me into the men's room. He's like, I have an emergency, and I'm just like, oh my god, like
Jesus.
This is embarrassing. And everybody. But everybody else was also sweating, and I was like really pale, and everybody else was out there, and they're like, it got so fucking hot after I ate that curry, and like you would just see every now and then somebody just make a beeline for the bathroom, and you're like, oh,
you guys need to not be pussies.
Yeah, I never had a goddamn problem eating curry.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
I don't take
so
much. But I never need to run to the bathroom because I'm a grown up.
Yeah,
it was
don't
bad. Piss college, Schmeckle. Shut up. You're not a grown up.
I just open my goddamn fly and just piss wherever I please.
Okay.
That works, I suppose.
Dude, you grit your fucking teeth and act like you're the fucking boss. Nobody gives a fuck.
Annie asked, did you have to throw away your panties?
Probably.
Wait, did you
I threw away the hose. I don't wear panties.
See, wait, you were wearing pantyhose without undies?
Oh, and you shit yourself.
Yeah. I mean, like,
That's like adult baby diaper shit.
I don't think I mean, I didn't shit myself, but like,
a little bit escape. A little bit escape.
They were not going to be usable. So I was just like, this is gonna make this so much easier if I just throw these away, and then the next time I have to go to the bathroom, there's just no barrier.
Let's just come to the realization you fucking sharted. You sharted a little bit.
There was no air.
If I sharted, I would let you know.
Fart involved. There was just shit.
It was just shit. Like,
all right, well, you shit yourself. Big deal. Get over it. It's all good.
Everybody, all of us have totally shit ourselves together before. Come on.
I have ulcerative colitis.
Yeah.
Shitting myself is just one of those facts of life. Like when Steeps and I started dating, I was one of the first things that I said to him. I was like, if you and I plan on sharing a
By
bed,
the way, we can't do anal.
I'm just letting you know.
Oh yeah, well, she's down for the anal.
Yeah, I do anal.
She just needs an enema first.
But I was like, look, if you and I share a bed, there's a good chance that shit might happen. And I don't want you to freak out or anything, but I'll clean it up. And he's such a good guy. He's like, don't worry about it. It happens to everybody. And I'm like, yeah, okay. We'll see when it happens the first time how he reacts to it.
Look, you're just gonna have to give her an enema every fucking night.
Okay, wait. I gotta ask though. What's the worst you've ever shit yourself?
Well, I was filling up air in my tire, and I was like,
I was hoping it wasn't. Oh, that was
fucking it wasn't cool. And like the worst thing is like it just kind of comes up. Like it's not something you can really anticipate happening. You're just like,
did you just squat down to put air in your tire?
Yeah, and just shit myself. And I was like, awesome.
Did you at least have a towel in your car?
Enough people. Yeah, well, I always bring a change of clothes because.
Oh well, you're prepared. Well, hey, at least you're prepared.
Wait! You bring a change of clothes specifically because you shit yourself?
Yeah.
That sucks, man. I'm never gonna complain about like stomach issues ever again.
It's not cool and it's not ideal. So I try to do everything I can to make sure that doesn't happen.
Adrian,
but
occasionally, a good question: is your bed covered in plastic?
Actually, yeah, that's
I do have diapers though. I wear if I know that I'm gonna be sick or like I feel really sick, then I will wear diapers to bed.
Please never ever mention
that. Does that feed into Seeps' fetishes?
Of course it does.
I mean, seriously, sheets are fucking expensive. I wouldn't want to be ruining that shit.
Yeah,
either.
straight up.
Yeah.
If I had shit like that, I have like 1,500 count thread sheets, so I would not want them fucking fucked up.
Guess how many threads my fucking sheets are.
I don't know. Enough to be a faggot.
Definitely better than yours. Like 200. Double yours.
Yeah, fight me! In the
Look at that. With their
goddamn triggering.
Look, anything over 1,000, it's like being in a virgin's womb.
It's so beautiful.
Broody, Will, you know all of that information is false. Why do you keep doing this to me?
He enjoys triggering.
Dude, fucking, like, if you're past 1,000 thread count, it's so fucking good.
It really is. Spend the money. Oh, God, spend the money.
It's so fucking worth it.
Like, Master and I spent, like, an exuberant amount of money on sheets the last time we bought sheets. I spent
$30 on sheets. It's amazing.
I just buy whatever sheets are on sale at Walmart.
Oh,
you are wrong.
Paper that some restaurants put on their tables and throw it on my bed.
No!
No.
You sleep on a tablecloth, you fucking barbarian!
Yeah, that's wow.
Straight up,
you're a monkey, so
you can easily save up to get fucking 1,500 count thread sheets.
That's very nice, Wild Tanuki. I barely have an income and I have 3 kids, so sheets are the lowest on the scale for cost.
God damn it, can't you sell one of them and just buy sheets?
Yeah,
why
really.
Why would I sell them? They're nice little tax return deductions.
So they're obviously not good enough to get you sheets.
Look, no. I paid about like $23 for my sheets. That's it.
He paid about $350.
You can't put in like save up for a couple of months and then get really nice sheets.
No.
You're bad at saving money, aren't you?
No, I have children who are growing.
Yeah,
you know what? You don't know what it's like to have to buy new shoes every other month because they've outgrown the ones they've had the month before.
Yeah, my dog's.
I remember those days.
No, I know what it's like to have situations where I eat an apple and a turkey sandwich every day for an entire month.
I know what it's like to live off ramen and peanut butter.
Yeah, that I feel that pain. I've done the exact same thing.
Yep.
Are we doing this because Bastard knows what it's like to have no food?
Yeah, I've had.
Well, actually, so does Brockus. Brockus is not eating regularly.
Every third fucking day.
Chill your fucking GoFundMe, Brockus. Do it right now.
The first fucking 6 months that I had to move to my new location, I had 2 apples a day for 6 months.
That's not healthy.
That is very.
I basically had the fucking. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever heard that movie, The Machinist?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking what's his face? The guy who did Batman. I can't remember.
Christian Bale.
Yeah. He had an apple and a cup of coffee every day for that role. Essentially, I was on the same diet for 6 months.
Wow.
You sick bastard.
Yeah, that was until I could finally make ends meet.
No, not you. Rotten Bees decided to fucking send something that is very heartbreaking from a popular anime series that I've actually watched greatly.
What anime series?
It was.
We are not having an anime conversation.
No, it's
Stop.
We're not going to anime.
It's not going to be an actual anime discussion. Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist.
Brockus,
heartbreaking.
Brockus, chill your thingy.
I'm doing it right now.
I put
because
the link
he
in the
sucks
chat.
at it.
I put the link in the chat.
Okay, well, don't
so
put it once, you retard. Make it so it's all they can see.
All right, I'll spam the shit out of it.
No, I'm doing it. You stop. You suck at this.
So, Brockus, then. So you believe that Sho Tucker is the greatest anime father of all time, then?
Oh, motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Wait, who's the greatest? What of all time?
Sho Tucker from Full Metal Alchemist.
What about him?
No.
He fused his daughter and his dog together, that sick bastard.
Oh, God. Oh, God. No.
The greatest character in Full Metal Alchemist is Armstrong.
Get out. Get out. Get out.
Yes,
I've already.
I love Armstrong.
No. I watched so
Damn it.
much of that anime the last couple of months.
No more anime talk.
It doesn't play fair. It makes you cry so much. Don't do it. Also, why? Why are
we going with the anime shit? But fucking Ali, talk about shitting yourself again. Tell the poo story.
Hey, girl, how about you talk about shitting yourself again instead? Talking about anime.
Dance, monkey, dance.
He's gonna have all of the bases covered on his porn channel.
Wait. Brockus actually has his own poo story, Ali.
Oh, not that again.
We can be poo friends.
I actually have several stories of me pooping. Some of it involving me pooping myself.
No, I want. You know which one I want.
I know which one you want. I don't want to talk about it.
No,
Come on,
he already got the bitch slapped out of him by Tom. Let's not revisit it. It's already been slapped out of him.
Yes.
Brockus, can you give the short version?
No, shut up, Schmeckle. You're an
He
asshole.
ate dog shit.
Okay, moving on. When did you poop yourself, Brockus? What did you do?
I actually have pooped myself numerous times as a grown-ass adult.
What did you do?
Oh,
I farted and did not know it was not a fart.
Okay, you sharted yourself. Not quite the same thing.
Okay, I sharted myself in that instance. The other times, it was me having the worst fucking goddamn stomach troubles I think I had ever had. And I had basically rushed to the bathroom as fast as I could, but apparently could not get my pants and underwear off fast enough and ended up creating a streak of shit from my underwear into the toilet onto the toilet seat and so on. And I sat there looking at the horrible mess I had just made, and I looked up and said, my God.
I have to ask now, who here hasn't shit themselves? Really?
When I was a kid, I've sharded.
I eat nothing but
as an
spice.
adult.
I drink
As
all
an
the
adult,
time,
Bess,
and I have
when you-
never shit. Well, I mean, as a child, I shit myself.
As an adult.
As a grown-up, I have never shit myself.
I have one notable instance of it as an adult. That's true. I ate when I was in Taiwan. I ate some fish. I made the mistake of eating the skin on the fish. It had like some really kind of oil on it, but I was like, well, it tastes good, so I'll eat it. And then, like the next day, like my butt was leaking. Like it wouldn't stop. Like whatever was in that fish, it was kind of like I didn't even notice it. Like my rectum was clenched. I didn't
God.
it was just streaming out. I'm like, oh my God. Unfortunately, I caught it and got to a toilet. But yeah. That pair of underwear got tossed. I was able to save the pants, thank goodness. But
you got food poisoned.
No, if you're not throwing up, you don't have food poisoning.
One time, man. That's
Did
how
you?
I learned.
As an adult?
That's how I learned I can't eat truck stop food. You know what I'm saying?
That's a hell of a way to learn that lesson.
Man, look, I went to like fucking this truck stop in New Jersey, right?
Ooh.
And like I parked there. Yeah, I parked there like over the daytime. I called overnight because I drive at night, right? And so I woke up in the morning after eating. I lit a cigarette. I took a swig of iced tea, and I just shit my goddamn pants on. Just filled my goddamn pants full of fucking poop. It felt like a water balloon in my hand. It was horrible.
Wow.
Yeah, fair enough.
Both of those stories are pretty much a fusion of what I did in that bathroom.
Oh God!
It felt like the
Destroyed
water balloon.
everything.
It felt like the water balloon inside of me bursted, and then it just came leaking out, and I couldn't stop it.
Dude, no.
I think it was because of food as well, because there was a period when I wasn't completely poor, but I did eat a lot of truck stop food.
Seriously, though. I don't believe Schmeckle.
Truck stop food, man. Like, man, they don't cook it right. I don't know what they do. They got like some white guy in the back with like a fucking gangrene finger or something putting his shit in the fucking stew. I don't know what they do, man, but that's disgusting.
It's a retarded Middle Eastern dude in the back going, no, it's good food. I cook it very well. Probably not the chicken. Don't eat the chicken.
Yo, you know my local Chinese spot got caught with 200 groundhogs in the back?
That's beautiful. Oh man, I'm pretty sure I'm one of the only people in my area that hasn't eaten cat for that reason. One of the Chinese places around here.
You know, y'all was talking about vegans earlier. You know, I've never met a vegan ever.
Well, you would know it if you did. So
yes,
yeah,
they tell you a lot.
Yeah, I've only ever met like 2 transgender people in my whole life, ever.
Anon Scooby is on the Chaos stream, and he said hi.
Hello.
Hey, Scooby.
Yo, what up, Scoob?
Everybody loves Scooby.
Adrian Blum in the chat says, who has had diarrhea so bad that it sounds like they're pissing?
Oh,
Adrian Blum, that's my regular shit.
Yeah,
that's why I don't fucking believe you, man. When you say you haven't shit yourself, I don't believe you. You haven't had a solid shit.
No, and that's the thing.
No, I don't believe you.
I do not have solid shit. But since being a grown-up, since being older than like 7 years old, I have not shit my pants.
Where's Mrs. Schmeckle? Mrs. Schmeckle, have you ever cleaned like shit out of his underwear? I bet you she has.
No.
Man, look, there's a difference between
like everybody's hit a deer occasionally.
Yeah. Well, shit in your underwear means you don't wipe your ass properly, but it's just
this whole stream
wrong.
turned to shit so fast.
The dad joke of the day.
I like flushable white joints, man. Fuck that shit. Yeah, I like having my butthole be clean. Like, fuck the garbage. I hate having to walk around later. You all sweating and shit. I'm itching. Fucking nasty.
You wipe it till it bleeds.
The bitching witch said that.
I legitimately do. Like, yo, I've done that shit, man. I wiped that shit and that motherfucker would bleed me. Like, goddamn it.
Now,
I stand it.
Now, Tom, I could recommend, if you like wiping it, a wet wipe is very effective. You'll get more stuff out, like the drier things, because you get the wet stuff out. Then there's like the dry hanger-ons. You use a wet wipe, that'll get it and won't make your.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I get flushable.
Plus, they're not actually flushable. They fuck with your
but they're
septic.
so expensive.
Man, we don't got. I live in a city. We don't got fucking septic.
Oh
and
right,
shit.
yeah. I guess you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
If you have
septic
if you
tanks.
have,
A big shit fucks with your septic tank. Septic tanks suck. I'd rather have an outhouse than a septic tank.
I heard they're having a problem with that shit over in Europe because they still got like the Roman sewers or whatever they put in and shit.
Ooh, what?
And like fucking they got like Volkswagen sized fucking Jones full of wet wipes and shit.
Ew. No.
Yeah. Yeah, European plumbing's bad. Taiwan still has open sewers. So when typhoons hit, the floodwater you see is actually contaminated with sewage, like raw sewage.
Shit everywhere.
In America, like if you don't know the process for how they clean your fucking water, like for the most part, it's all like wide open. So like if it floods over there, it floods over there. Most of them are right next to like rivers and shit. Like I lived there in like 3 of them.
Fucking wet wipes are expensive. God damn it.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Yo, I want my asshole to be clean. I don't give a fuck how
You
expensive.
can do that with toilet paper. It just takes more effort.
No, you cannot, home. It does not work. Like I have wiped with toilet paper for like 45 minutes. I'm going through like a second roll and shit. You know what I'm saying? There's still poop on the end of that motherfucker. You know what I mean? That is poop.
This was a bit from Parks and Rec.
What?
I said this is a bit from Parks and Rec.
I don't know. I never watched
Chris Pratt was talking about it, and he said it's like when you take the toilet paper and it's like wiping a felt tip marker.
Yeah, that shit sucks. Right, but I don't know. Like I just became white, so I never watched fucking Parks and Recreation. You know what I mean? Like just like a couple months ago, I became white.
How would you? How do you think bidets work? I've never used one.
I heard they just shoot water at your asshole. They got
that doesn't sound like it actually would work very well.
I don't know, like, because if you get it wet first, you know what I'm saying, like clean all that shit off because it like spins and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like
how? Because wouldn't you have to at least like rub it off with something?
Yeah, you still towel it off. You know what I mean? Like you just use the whole towel and then throw the towel away. They're real. They're like
Oh, gross. So there's shit towels.
Yo, there's shit paper.
Shit towels.
The fuck you thought? Y'all female leaving bloody tampons and bloody fucking pads in the side of the trash can, beside the goddamn toilet.
No,
complaining about
Yo,
you ever been to a place where a bunch of Muslims? Yo, you know Muslims can't touch their dick, right?
What?
What?
They're not allowed to touch their dick. So, like, if you go in a place that's, I'm trying to tell you something. You keep saying what? Nigga, this ain't fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin hour.
You're breaking out. That's one of the reasons why they're saying what.
Yeah.
God damn it. It's fucking, let me see my shit. Man, I got like 4 bars. That should be all right. I put it up here on the top of the joint because I am still fucking working, right? But fucking, if you go to a place that's a bunch of Muslims working and go in the bathroom, there's like paper towels all over the floor because they use that shit to touch their dick because they're not allowed to touch their own dick and shit.
Why?
It's considered unclean, I think.
Sanitation.
Their own dicks are unclean, but they wash their feet in sinks.
You must wash my feet. Do not wash my dick.
Shit. Yo, how come all of them wear sandals all the fucking time? It'd be like 10 degrees outside and like 4 inches of snow. They got sandals on.
Yeah, that makes no sense to me either.
Dude, have any of you ever been in a women's public washroom?
Yes.
Yeah,
I was a security guard a few times and I had to check women's restrooms. God damn it.
Brockus, do not talk about any of the other times you've been in women's restrooms.
10 times worse than any fucking men's washroom I've ever been in.
My friend has
I don't
an
know,
interesting
man.
story about that involving poop.
Women are gross. Women are gross. I'm talking leaving used tampons on the floor.
Okay, so years ago,
like them toilet seat covers, and they're like covered in shit and water, like hanging off the fucking toilet.
Oh god!
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
The used fucking pads stuck to the wall. That's the thing I've seen.
Yo, I saw glory holes with like fucking paper around it, and then cum as the caulk holding the paper in it.
Oh god, in the men's washroom?
Yeah.
Dude, the fuck?
No, and if you're one of those
I never want to go there ever.
Hunches over the toilet to take a shit. You don't want to sit on the seat. You're a bad person.
You don't want to touch anything.
You're gonna make a fucking mess.
It's true. Sit the fuck down.
I'm a trucker. I got to use fucking toilets like all over the fucking place, man. Listen, I took a shit in the porta potty the other day. It was like the cleanest fucking truck. It was the cleanest fucking bathroom I used out in the truck in a long time.
We went into a truck stop washroom when we did a road trip across BC, and seriously, somebody slaughtered a fucking deer in it.
Yeah, they killed the deer somewhere nearby, I'm sure, and or even not, and they took it in their pickup truck, drug it into one of the community outhouses or whatever. They're pretty large, and yeah, there was blood everywhere, fur,
pieces of skin, man. I held it. I held it.
No, well, I remember you opened the door and went, "Oh my god."
Yeah, I've had to take shits in grocery bags inside of my truck. You know what I mean? Because the bathrooms were too fucking hard. You know what I mean? Like,
that's unfortunate.
It's part of the job, man. It's part of the job sometimes.
So you're not one of those. Sucks. You're not one of those truckers that cut a hole in his driver's seat, put a bucket under there.
Oh nah, yo, I've seen them motherfuckers. They don't even do that, yo. They do it in like the middle of the truck. Like, yeah. Oh, yo, they have to send motherfuckers out with bio suits to clean that shit up. Oh, yo, dudes is foul, home. People are dirty as fuck.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
I have seen that shit.
Oh god,
I've seen that shit.
I had my uncle was a trucker, and holy fuck, some of the shit he used to tell me about, like the guys he'd run into on the road and shit, like motherfuckers that don't talk to people, like at all.
Yo, there's
they haven't talked to people in 10 years.
Yo, the less they have on, the colder it is, the worse they smell. That's what I tend to find.
Oh god.
Like, oh my god, you see a guy like in shorts and a fucking tank top and like 30-degree weather, he's all dirty as fuck. You don't even go near him. He smells like rotten pig ass. God, dude.
I mean, they probably haven't seen a shower in weeks.
Oh, speaking of poop, yo, I had to beat up a dude with a colostomy bag like 2 months ago.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, like, all right. So I was hanging out. I was down in the hood, and fucking like this dude started getting fucking hammered. He was like a white dude. He thought he was like a ninja or some shit, right? And fucking, he was like, dude, hit me in the face. And I was like, nah, man, I'm not hitting you. Hit me in the face. I'm like, bro, leave me the fuck. He's like, hit me in the face. And then he hit me, right? And so I hit him with a left, and I just dropped him. Like, he fucking hit the deck. He's like, all right, man. Yo, you good people. He tried to hit me and shit. Yo, I hit this motherfucker with a 3-piece, started going to his body, trying to make the poop come out the colostomy bag. Yo, and the people, like, they had, like, a Christmas tree still up in, like, the middle of May. And I threw that motherfucker across the goddamn room and knocked over the Christmas tree. Chet, that's my story of motherfucking beating up a dude with a colostomy bag.
Did it burst?
No. I was trying to make poop come out of it, though.
You didn't burst the bag. Nobody cares about the story now. Burst the bag, then tell us about it.
I was trying to make poop go into the bag. I was trying, man. Like, yo, I was scared of it though. Like, I didn't want to touch it. Like, you know,
yeah, if a guy's got a colostomy bag, and you know the guy's got a colostomy bag, you're probably pretty careful not to hit the colostomy bag.
Oh come on! You just want it to burst. That's the whole point, isn't it?
No, because if it bursts, who's it gonna burst on?
Yeah, and then like you're gonna have a dude you're scrapping with who's covered with poop.
Yeah. That would be a good reason not to punch him. Yeah, be like, oh, if I punch you, my fist gets covered in poo. Your poo. Okay.
Or if,
depends which side bursts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't want to touch a dude covered in poop.
Then he'll be covered in shit.
So I actually have a story about poop and disgusting women's bathrooms. Years ago.
That's fantastic. I really don't want to hear it.
Oh,
it's actually fucking funny.
Yeah, that's because, man, you're fucking disgusting.
Shut up.
Years ago, I had a couple of friends who worked at a fast food restaurant, and they would have to occasionally go and clean the bathrooms and shit. Well, one particular day, one of them went to go and clean the ladies' restroom, and he screamed really fucking loud, ran out of the bathroom, and just was mad as hell. And the only words that came out of his mouth was, "It's like somebody was breakdancing while taking a shit."
Oh yeah, shit on the walls. That's always great.
It was disgusting. Like, dude, he said it was on the walls, on the ceiling, on the
Yeah.
toilet, in the sink. That he said the only place that didn't have shit on it was where the trash can sat, but the trash can had shit on it too.
Oh God! Did you have to call? You had to call Biohazard in to deal with that. I hope.
No, I wasn't working at the restaurant, so I can't actually say what happened.
That's how you get hepatitis.
My two friends did say that they actually put on like masks and gloves, and they just went in there and they had to clean it, but they I guess got a hose, hooked it up to the men's room, and fucking sprayed it down as best as they could.
That's fair. A lot of public bathrooms, everything's made out of stainless steel, and they go in with pressure washers and do that.
Yeah,
it's so
ceramic
good, though.
pressure washers. Ooh.
It was disgusting.
I got a story about a dude who cut his finger off in a restaurant, and the dude was still trying to sell the meat that the guy cut the finger off in.
Did they find the finger in it?
Yeah.
Did they serve it to someone?
Hang on, I got to tell you the story. Right. So, fucking, here's what had happened. Right. So this dude comes out, like I went into the restaurant, right, and the dude comes out and he's like, "Yo, man, I cut my finger." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yo, I cut my finger real fucking bad." And I was like, "Shit, man, that sucks." And he just runs out the restaurant, right? And then fucking like I go in the back and I see all like the blood and shit, you know what I mean, or whatever, and I fucking start cleaning it up. And like I'm sitting there and I'm like taking the meat off and throwing it away and shit, right? And as I'm throwing it away, like fucking the owner comes back and goes, "Whoa, don't throw that meat away, man." And then like I find his finger like in between a slice of the fucking meat, right? Like in between his fucking capicola.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and the dude's like, "All right, man, look, if you didn't know that finger was there, would you still eat that meat?"
Depends on how it's seasoned.
Like, this motherfucker was really debating on not throwing away the fucking meat, and my man had just cut his finger off it, and we have found a human finger inside of it.
Did they get to reattach his finger?
The finger is extra.
Yeah, they reattached it. Yeah, I threw it on some ice, and they took it to him and shit. He lived right now.
Wait, he cut enough of his finger off for them to reattach. That's a lot of finger. That's a good chunk of finger.
You pay $250 extra for finger.
Yeah.
Premium meat.
It's good meat. Good guy.
You right. You enjoy it. You take. You give me money. You get out.
It's salty. You maybe wash off.
Buy and you go. Hurry up and buy. Yeah.
You take it. You get out.
That's my cut this finger out. You know, he cut his finger off in a thing of meat, and the dude still wanted to sell the meat where they found a finger and shit.
Good night, Tanuki.
Wow.
Yo, motherfuckers is greedy, yo. This is back in the day when it was cool too. It wasn't like so bad to survive.
Restaurants have fucking insurance to pay for stuff like that. Contaminated meat rated off as bad debt. Oh my god.
No.
I'm getting tired of all the shit in the chat right now.
I wonder what would happen if you put human meat in a slow cooker. How would that react?
All right, first off, can we call it a crock pot? Can we call it a fucking crock pot?
It depends on the kind of crock pot. Crock pots are different than slow cookers.
It's a crock pot.
Yeah.
Yo, Brockus, dude. Every day we used to motherfucking come into the mill and we had these big giant ass heaters. We used to like throw aluminum foil with like some fucking roast beef or like a fucking pot roast, potatoes and some butter and some fucking seasoning and shit, and cover that motherfucker, you know what I mean, with our piece of aluminum foil, and that's how we cook our fucking lunch every day.
Yeah, you can also, if you drive a motorcycle, you can strap it to the radiator, it'll cook while you drive. Actually, yeah, you're a trucker. You probably do that, don't you?
No, I don't do that shit. Fuck that. That's because you drive too long. You know what I mean? Like, you cook something for like 5 hours and shit. It's fucking unnecessary.
I'm gonna slow cook this steak 2 hours later. Okay.
Yo, you'll get road dirt in it. You know what I mean?
I think American Phoenix is gonna try to make cheesecake in his truck.
That'd be interesting.
He might get a space heater and make a grilled cheese on that bitch.
Well, he has made cheesecake in his truck. So.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I got a fucking burner. I got a little fucking burner for this motherfucker. You can make like grilled cheeses and shit. Fucking, I've made hamburger. Yo, we made spaghetti one time in the fucking truck.
Real spaghetti?
Nice.
Yeah. Like when we actually had a bunch of deer meat and hamburger and some fucking onions and garlic. Chopped that shit up real fine. You know what I mean? Threw it in there, fried them up all real nice. Put the fucking oil in with the water and shit. Fucking cooked the pasta up. You know what I mean? It was fucking slamming.
Fucking hungry now. I hate you.
Yeah, that is some good road food. So, would slow cookers be the orgasm denial of the cooking world?
Wait, I don't know, man. Like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? Orgasm denial? What the fuck are you talking about?
Because Harley was mentioning how we're going to be on Pornhub soon, so I wanted to ask her opinion. Like, do you think so? Combining slow cookers with porn, would that be orgasm denial? Edging?
Yeah, it would be edging. I would say. If I had a choice, because you're watching for so long. I mean, there is eventually satisfaction, but you know, it's so much.
And by the way, I think the first food you should fuck should be kielbasa's.
Okay, why?
Yo, because it's the proper food to be fucking. That's where I'm at.
But why? Sell your case, man. Why?
Because, man, it's a proper analog for what it is that everybody else actually wants to see. You know what I'm saying? And you could dress a bitch up in lederhosen and do it properly.
But why not hot dogs or salami or
because hot dogs fall apart. Salami's too goddamn big, and pie will
salami's too big, sir. No.
Depends on the girl, I think.
Yo, salami like fucking like. I don't know the salami. I know I'm from fucking like Lebanon, right down the road. You get salami here, that motherfucker's like 4 or 5 inches wide.
Yeah, it's just like a good fisting.
Yeah, so again, I think it depends on the girl whether they can take that.
It's like the size of almost like a baby's head. Like that's too much, huh? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like I never liked that fisting shit because like I feel like after you go up in there afterwards, like what's your dick really doing if you put your whole goddamn fucking hammer in that motherfucker? I mean, I understand if you got like little hands and shit, but I don't know, man. My fucking like legit, my hands as big as my fucking kid's head was when it was fucking born.
Hey, man, that still came out of a woman.
I feel you, but it was not like a fucking not painful experience. You know, like bitches whine about pregnancy all the fucking time. Like, fucking childbirth's the most terrible shit ever. I'm like, why would you want some dude to like stick his fucking ham hock in there?
There are women that fuck basketballs.
Man, I saw a dude put his head inside of a bitch's vagina and wear like a hat one time.
See? You said salami's too big.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, yo, kielbasa's the fucking first, man, first. You want to start off with salami? That's like, yo, you're jumping over like fucking 18 different steps. Start with the kielbasa, you know what I mean? Unless you want to do the frozen hot dogs. I mean, but like, yo, that's, again, yo, they like peels off, man. You're going to end up with like a fucking staph infection. You're going to have like maggots inside of your vagina. That's not positive.
I mean, why can't you have both? You gotta have sections. I mean, there are some people who are gonna like those loose MILFs, and there are some people who are gonna like that tight 18-year-old looking for daddy's approval type vagina.
I feel you. I don't know, man. Like, you know, I like sluts, me personally. You know what I mean? I always like a wounded antelope. You know what I mean? Because they're easier to catch. You know what I mean? Lion don't go out. You know what I mean? Like, yo, the lion with a broken leg. You know what I'm saying?
Like the lame ones.
Yeah. Give me a fat spot who's cross-eyed and does this. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at.
What level of lame are we talking? Like JF level of lame?
Nah, man. Like, yo, just give me like a fat slut with, you know what I mean, like self-confidence issues and shit. You know what I mean? She gets out of line, I'll be like, yo, shut up, fat man. You know what I mean? I can make her cry all the time. You know what I mean? She'll just shut up and know her fucking place. You know what I mean? She'll make sure that the laundry gets done. You know what I mean? That's what I need. You know what I mean? That's where I get to. I don't want a chick that's like real confident and like got her shit together. That's way too much work. That means I got to be better.
That's that too much to raise to. You can't get up on her level.
Yeah, she'd be waking up in the morning and shit. I'm like, nah, nigga, like I can't be getting up in the morning. Like, how am I have a chick who do more than me? Like, get the fuck out of there.
I want to sleep till 3 o'clock and wake up to you crying about how ugly you are. That's what I want.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I want to be able to just like call you a cunt at any given time. You know what I'm saying? And just like you laugh like, oh, that's cute. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to lose me. And that's where I'm at, you know? Like, y'all motherfucking dudes be trying to pick these, like, dime-ass females. They're all sexy and shit. Then you're like, oh, they cheated on me. Yo, get a fat bitch. That broad's going to appreciate the dick. You know what I'm saying? She don't know when she's gonna get her next one.
Well, hey, no, fat women are getting laid a lot more now. You're gonna have to go pretty homely and fat to get a.
Nah, get you a fat chick with daddy issues. Yo, you'll be straight, man. You fucking good. You know what I mean? Tell her that. You know
I mean, the lot lizards typically get laid every single time a truck pulls up. So.
Man,
ew,
look, yo,
that is a.
Yo, they skinny. They skinny as fuck. Like, yo, they be. Nah, I ain't fucking no lot lizard. I don't like skinny bitches. I ain't got nothing to do with a skinny bitch. I really don't.
I've seen a couple of pretty thick lot lizards on Jerry Springer before.
What is this?
I've never seen a lot lizard on Jerry Springer. Then again, I don't watch Jerry Springer all like that. You know what I mean? I ain't got time for daytime.
I know you're
TV.
not white. I get it.
I don't wake up until like 3, 4 o'clock, and Jerry's on at like 12. You know what I mean? So it's a time thing. Like, I didn't know McDonald's made breakfast until after high school. You know what I mean? I had no idea. You know, fucking, because I was never up early enough to catch a McMuffin.
They have all day breakfast now.
No, they don't. They lie. I'm triggered. They only have McMuffins and shit. They don't have McGriddles. This is the best thing on the fucking breakfast menu.
They do here.
I want that. Yeah, they do here too.
Fucking
I don't want that shit.
They don't here.
Oh,
yo, I want a Big Mac. I want a Big Mac at 6 in the morning. That's what the fuck I really want.
I want a fucking
like, goddamn it, I want some French fries. Them things are fucking disgusting. And then I end up having to be on the toilet wiping my ass with 2 rolls of toilet paper.
I want my fucking maple syrup. I want my maple syrup in the morning.
I legit don't want to get food from McDonald's, but like my inner fatty will scream at me if I don't from time to time. So I end up having to get McDonald's. I regret it while I'm sitting on the shitter, but you know,
eating it still because you haven't finished.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you, I got a conspiracy theory, right? Check this out. Yo, McDonald's milkshakes is better in a paper cup than they are in the plastic ones.
Oh,
right?
Oh shit, I agree with that.
Yeah, yeah, they are. Yeah, make them put it in a paper cup. I do it every time I go. I put it in a paper cup, and they look at you like you're retarded. And you'll be like, bro, have you ever had it in a paper cup? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, try it out. It's better this way. You know what I'm saying? And like, yo, they're like, well, we got to put it in the plastic first. No, I don't want my shit going in plastic. I want it in the paper cup. You fucking retarded McDonald's employee. Just hit the goddamn button and quit being so fucking stingy. You know what I mean? And you're
what do you? Sorry, I missed that. What are you asking them to put in the paper? What is it?
I'm pretty sure
milkshades.
It comes in a paper cup.
Yeah, I was gonna say they just put them in paper cups here.
No.
Now they have McCafe, and they put them in the plastic coffee cups now.
Some of them are plastic, some are paper. I still get mine in the paper cups where I am.
In California, it's almost consistently nothing but plastic.
Oh, that's just not right. You don't put ice cream in plastic.
Yo, chocolate milk's the same way.
California's a shithole.
Yeah, you don't put that shit in plastic.
Is better. Yo, chocolate milk's better in the cardboard carton too.
Again, I agree. I tried it from fucking a regular plastic carton. Did not taste.
I know you like food, but don't get so excited.
No, we're all excited about food.
I'm excited about some chocolate milk, man. Like, yo, I get really serious about my chocolate milk.
What's your favorite kind of chocolate milk?
Man, the ones in the cardboard carton I used to get when I was a kid. You know what I mean? You can like close it.
Yes.
Fucking little brown thing with the milk.
Yeah. Stick a little straw in there.
Does anybody remember bagged milk?
We still have bagged milk.
You still have bagged milk
in parts of Canada.
That is Canada.
I've never seen bagged milk.
Yeah, I'm not from Canuckistan.
Yeah, I've never seen bagged milk, and I've lived in Canadian land forever. So it's not a thing. It's not a thing everywhere. It's mostly Quebec, which nobody likes. Nobody likes the Quebecois.
No, it's Ontario too.
Well, here in the US,
really? You're infected. You're infected with their bagged milk.
You can get bagged milk here in the States. They usually sell it at
the
wholesale stores.
Bye.
Later, Tom.
Bye.
Yeah, you can get.
It was like the best.
Should replace him with Scooby. Somebody invite Scooby. He's in the chat. Come here.
I think he's doing a stream right now.
Ah, motherfucker! What is he doing in the chat here then?
Well, he got bored of his stream.
You cheating bastard!
Yeah.
He got bored, so he just joined our chat for reasons.
For reasons, for cause.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Anon, I'll let you know. So Zell accepts the label of Suicide Squad. He thinks that's a great name. and you are now the Axis of Brockus, and so on. So
The
that is now the
Axis?
team rivalry you at play.
What?
Apparently, he gave our group a nickname because now we're the Axis of Power, except it's the Axis of Brockus.
Right.
I get to business, gentlemen.
Going for more of an
Wait.
Axis of Evil thing.
You want to know the best?
You can't be.
hang on. You know the best part about this is he keeps trying to cry that it's favoritism, but I liked him way more than you, Brockus. I didn't fucking like you at the beginning.
No, I was gonna bring that up.
Super hashtag
no,
Team
no,
Zell,
no,
but
I
not
just-
so much now.
Yeah, I told you so on this one, don't I?
Yeah. Well, you have DMs for me for the very beginning, going, yeah, no, I like Zell more.
Non and I had actual arguments.
It wasn't an actual argument.
Well, I mean, not like a heated.
It was an I disagree, sir. Like it
It
was a Canadian argument.
Yeah.
Tofu, I guess.
But yeah, no, it's super totally favoritism, not because
Well, no,
I won't
I will
swallow it.
admit there is a little bit of. There are
Maybe
two
for
aspects.
you.
There are two aspects to this for me. One, they ain't got no proof, so there's the innocent until proven guilty thing. Two,
Trust but verify. Yes.
Two, I got stories from unverifiable stories from two different sets of people. I'm gonna lean towards the guy I know better and trust better.
Yeah, dude, it's basically I ain't listening into believing any of your bullshit, so I ain't buying what you're peddling.
Exactly. I mean, it would be incredibly dishonest of us to buy into either story as or fact. That said, I'm going to lean toward the accused rather than the accuser.
Especially when the accuser has such a fucking axe to grind.
That too, yeah.
But this.
Although to be fair, Brockus, I'm sure, has an axe to grind with Dan.
I do now.
Yeah, I was gonna say now.
It's a big fucked up situation. Those guys should have never been friends.
To be honest, me and Zell have had our problems consistently through the 10 years to the point where it wasn't a 10-year long friendship or even a slightly more than 10-year long friendship. There were lots of gaps between that friendship where he and I just were not talking. Some of them, Zell has even confessed to me, it was his fault why we weren't talking. But he won't tell you that.
I don't know how important that is, but
Oh, I'm just pointing out that he likes to leave out fucking details and he likes to assume that he knows more about shit he wasn't present for than, you know.
we all try and portray ourselves in the better light when we tell the story. That's
just natural.
Nature.
Yeah.
So the question is, so are all of you going to adopt Nazi personas, or are you going to split yourselves up between the different Axis powers?
Well, me and Master and Honor are already Nazis.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't do
Goes without saying.
DC. I assume Axis of Power is DC.
Axis of Power was DC. It was
I'm
Masters
just
of
gonna dye my skin red. Does that work?
I ain't care no
Red
shits
stuff.
about comic books. How about we explain things to me that are tangible?
Can I be Ace Shitler again? I missed
Yes,
that.
please. It's funny because you shit yourself and you're Hitler.
I know.
Mr.
And I'm a
LFW
Jew.
would like to know if Brockus has a Streamlabs. He does. Brockus, can you please share that in the chat?
Yeah, give me a second. I gotta bring it up again.
Yeah, because as much as I love money cunts, Brockus needs money because Brockus don't eat.
I mean, I do have my GoFundMe as well, but Streamlabs will work too, I guess.
Streamlabs will get it to you right away.
Streamlabs sends it to you instantly and takes no fee. Streamlabs.
Yeah, it's nicer than GoFundMe.
Streamlabs is superior.
Technically,
It is.
Streamlabs takes a fee, but they only take the minuscule percentage that PayPal would take. So you're not out a whole lot.
Yeah. It's the same as like what PayPal takes out for credit cards, right? To pay the
Yeah.
credit card company.
You really had to go and pull that up. It's fucking streamlabs.com/Brockus. Brockus.
Oh no, I was just clicking on the link.
don't know how you didn't just you could just type that out.
Because I'd like to do things the hard way, apparently.
Yeah, and that's the real issue with you, Brockus.
He's difficult. That's the real issue.
Yeah, he's the worst.
No, I actually can be very difficult. I'm not going to hide that.
No, I know, Brockus.
I have been
working
very
with you for
difficult
half a year at this point. I know you can be difficult, Brockus.
Oh my god. I'm not always difficult, but I can be very difficult, and it sucks. I've actually had many fights with people in the past because I was being difficult.
You know what? I told you to bend over further and it would have gone in easier, but you've had to fight me on it.
Why do you have to be so difficult?
Because I'm a shithead!
I sent you a DM. It's not food, but it is food related.
You've been the bottom of this fucking fuck pile for a long time, bro.
That's why he didn't cooperate. You told him it wasn't food.
It's
Oh, for fuck's sake. We got Rotten Beast saying, wait, are furries slowly invading the cunt stream chat? Yes, apparently, Rotten Beast, we did one fucking episode on furries. Now we got a bunch of them, and I'm very uncomfortable about that fact.
Love furries.
Wait, well, I mean, you have Finley, but Finley's adorable.
We got Finley, a wild fox appears, Rotten Beast himself. They're showing up.
Oh my.
I don't know if
now,
I was in Florida, man.
Or are they commie?
Brockus, Annie has a suggestion. She says, find a single mom who is breastfeeding, and then you can eat.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Ew.
You like titties, you like eating.
I love titties, and
Gross.
I do like
You
eating.
don't like children.
I'm
Eating breast is gross.
Fucking titty milk.
I actually look back and kind of wish I had never moved away from Nevada because no shit, there was a mom out there that I had actually gotten really close with. That was very sad to know that I actually was moving back to California, and she's got big fucking titties, and good God, I wanted to tear that ass up. And it never came to be, and then she ended up marrying some other douchebag who ended up beating her, and yeah, things went really south from there. Now she lives in Arizona with her family.
That got depressing.
Yep, sorry about that.
But you
That'll
do that
happen
part.
when Brockus tells stories from his life.
This is why we don't let me tell stories about my life, because it does the same shit.
Oh, Anon, tell us about your childhood. Tell us about your father.
Oh, wait, which part of it? That he molested me or that he abandoned me as an adult?
I had forgotten the molestation thing.
Word!
I just remembered him being abusive, not sexually so.
That would be what the abuse was.
Yeah, no, in my brain he hit you, not touched you.
Yeah, that was Master Anonymous. He kind of mixed.
Master Anon hit you?
No, his dad hit him when he was a kid. Not sexually assaulted me. We are perfect for each other. We had fucked up childhoods and we bonded over it.
I like how nonchalant you said
I know,
about that. No, that was Master Anon.
Yeah, no. It was him that got the shit kicked out of him. I was molested. Yeah. You're close.
No, Wild Fox Appears says, even I remember that shit, Schmeckle. Wild Fox Appears, I don't remember anything.
He doesn't. But he kind of actually remembered both.
Yeah, I remembered both, just lumped into one.
Yeah.
But the thing with you guys is...
You've upset everybody now. Way to go.
No, it turns out, though, that you guys all having shitty childhoods.
It kind of fucks with your adult relationships a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was going to talk about that fucking statistic you showed me earlier.
Oh, yeah, that shocked
Apparently
the hell
more
out of
than
you.
half of the fucking people get that.
Yeah. About 60% of people have suffered childhood abuse.
That's ridiculous.
It really fucking is, isn't it?
It shouldn't be close to half, never mind over. I'll be right back.
He's upset newly about the statistic I sent him earlier. Yeah.
So in other news, Steve Ditko passed away.
Who?
Steve Ditko. He is the co-creator of Spider-Man, among many other comic figures.
Oh, well, fuck, that didn't make anything better.
That just makes things sadder. Why are you bringing up sad news?
Because it's sad.
It's sad, but it's worth talking about because he is arguably the greatest comic creator of all time. Like,
excuse me, sir. Did you just overlook Jack motherfucking god damn it?
Kirby?
Yes, Kirby.
Hey, I will argue that Ditko is a better artist than Kirby.
We should go back to talking about shit and food. It was way
I'm not saying that Kirby is bad, mind you. I'm saying that Ditko is better.
Okay, I will give you this much. When Spider-Man made his first appearance in the 1960s, the artwork was actually very good. Ditko
this isn't Tuesday.
Yeah, stop it.
What? No, but Jack Kirby was drawing for
It's not
DC at that
Tuesday.
point and did amazing.
Brent's gonna have to get her boobs out. You don't stop.
What? Why would we stop?
Whoa!
I knew that threat wouldn't actually work.
Oh, okay.
What?
What happened?
Anyway.
What just happened?
So somebody decided to send me a Streamlabs, and I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do a Streamlabs.
What did Mr. LM do?
I got the rest of what my GoFundMe was for.
Oh, Mr.
Holy
LM,
crap.
goddamn you! Thank you.
How much was that? Like 200?
$375.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Awesome.
Wow.
Is there any message attached to it that you're supposed to read?
Yay!
I don't see a message on the email I just got, but let me go ahead and check Streamlabs for it.
Oh,
Man,
God, he's always doing that.
This guy, the guy who sent you money. First off, how much? I missed that.
Oh, this was actually from Mr. LM.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that's what he was the one that asked for the link.
Hope you feel better soon. Also, don't let the drama bullshit get you down. Do as Jordan Peterson says and focus on being a better person than you were yesterday. I think, yeah, yesterday was cut off. No matter how slight the improvement, it will be worth it. Take care, man. Sleep well. Mr. LM, dude, you are definitely my hero right now because
this motherfucker is a good guy. He's the same one that sent $1,000 to Antoine when he needed it.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, I'm all weepy now.
Happy news. Happy
Yeah,
news
see,
is
that's
better.
nice. You can actually go in.
Multiple times he's come by and fucking really helped people out.
Well, you can go and get the rest of that medication you need now. That's good.
Yeah, I actually was planning when more of the money had come in, I was going to go get a couple more bottles of naproxen, a couple more tubes of.
Wait. Did he get you to your goal or?
If I remember correctly, I had only raised about 125 total from the GoFundMe.
So you may as well just shut the GoFundMe down now.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, that's enough to keep you like floating until your lawyer figures everything out for you. Hey, I'm happy.
No, that's fucking awesome, Mr. LM.
Seriously, he's going, don't weep. I can't help it. I'm emotional, man.
Yeah, he legitimately gave me the rest of what I was asking for the GoFundMe straight to the Streamlabs.
You're an awesome man.
Yeah,
You're an awesome person, man.
Bren, I think that man deserves some titties.
I know. I'm asking what his Twitter is.
Yeah, he needs some bouncy titties.
I'm already on it.
Hey, in fact, Ali Anon, if either you wanna, maybe he's gay. Brockus, Tiro, Master Anon. I heard you're endowed.
Oh yeah. Everybody still remembers me crafting his cock out of Play-Doh.
Yes.
I will not show my dick off online.
Oh,
Play-Doh was good enough.
I have stalkers. I don't post pictures of myself. Sorry.
Like real stalkers?
Oh yeah, like for real, currently active stalkers.
Oh, that sucks.
He told me about this off air. Dude, yeah.
Call the Popo, man. Or wait, are the police helping you at all?
They told me they can't do anything.
Oh, fuck.
I live in Texas. We don't deal with stalkers here. That's why we have guns. But they're smart enough not to come at me physically.
That's interesting because we actually know somebody who lives in Texas who had somebody threaten her and they didn't do shit about it. until he actually assaulted her. So that's fun.
Yeah, I already looked into like restraining order. No, not in this case. I would have to claim that one of them raped me, but they didn't, so I'm not going to lie about it.
Oh, so basically you have to move.
Well, I mean, they know where to find me. They don't come at me physically. Like, I'm in no physical danger. At least now I'm not.
Okay.
I was.
So mostly an annoyance.
Yeah, they're an online annoyance mainly. They basically if they know, they go after people around me, that kind of thing. That's why I don't go out much.
So I sent an update. I'm going to be shutting the GoFundMe down a little later on tonight. But I wanted everybody to know what the update was. Thanking everyone that I had reached my goal through Streamlabs, through very generous donator and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to be shutting the GoFundMe down later on tonight, simply because obviously I have met my goal. I'm fine now. I should be okay, and hopefully this court bullshit will be resolved very shortly. I actually have a hearing in August.
Yeah. Oh, that's soon. That's way sooner than we were expecting. So that's great.
Well, when I last talked to my lawyer, he specifically said he was going to be pushing further for a court hearing because of my situation with surgery and stuff like that. I forgot to fucking talk to my doctor. Shit! I'll do that on Monday.
You need to set an alarm on your phone. You are the worst at remembering things.
I have problems.
God damn it. I can only nag one man at a time.
I'm sorry.
Well, since Mr. LM002 said he didn't really he appreciates the offer, I'll just post this and have Brockus tagged in it, and everyone will see it.
Oh my god, he gets...
Not only did you give him money, you got him a titty.
He gets nudes and money. This is a good day for Brockus.
And you know what, Brockus, since you like the men's, I'll track down that screenshot of Master Anon's Play-Doh dick.
Actually, yeah, that was before Brockus, wasn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I crafted Master Anon's dick out of Play-Doh live on stream.
Multicolored Play-Doh.
But it was I ran out of one color, so
it was awkward but funny.
And I didn't have enough to make the balls, so it's just the dick. I'm okay with it though. Rainbow dick.
I like to imagine it's an accurate representation of the colors.
Yeah, that would mean I was really unattentive to it though.
Well, you remember those like Hot Wheels cars that used to change color in water? That's what my dick's like.
I'll be right back. I gotta pee.
So I can have fun in the shower for hours.
All right, so we got Rotten Beast in the chat saying, "Oh come on, Opal's fucking cute. She's just a bad cook and has disturbing kinks." And then we got Psycho with a very, very good point. This is why furries aren't to be trusted.
Well, Opal has gotten better on the cooking front, to be very fair here.
She's trying.
She did make some food today that looked
questionable.
Yeah, it looked questionable at first, but it got better.
Did it? Okay, because the first little pictures I saw of it looked questionable.
Yeah, no, she posted about it too, and it was like, okay, I tried something else, now it's better. Like, okay, good.
Somebody in the chat goes camo dick.
It's okay. Opal still sends me pictures when she cooks stuff.
Asking you for help?
No, just goes, look what I made. And it's like, okay.
She's very excited.
Yes, she is.
You've triggered the furries. Good job.
Joe Wall Fox Pierce says, "Fuck you too, Mr. Gorilla Avatar."
Oh, a self-hating furry's the worst kind of furry.
That's the thing. I don't like the animals. Like
he wears a gorilla mask while he fucks his wife. We all know it, but we never say anything.
Oh yeah, but it's specifically a Schmeckle mask.
See, he's just getting.
It's her king, not mine.
He's getting into his fursona. Just give him some time.
Wow, Mr. LM002 is even going to pay Smaj for a picture. That's awesome.
Wow.
He won't let you give him things.
He won't. But hey, you did a good job. You helped Brockus, and Brockus got nudes got fun gif out of the whole deal too. So
is that why he's muted? He said he had to get water, but he's watching that gif.
Yes, probably.
He is.
There you go. I typed it in chat. I forgot for a second I could just say it out loud. I will actually pay some homage this time.
Now, I did have a question for the furries in the chat. Are you guys alt furry? I mean, I hope you guys aren't like the communist furs.
Wait, there.
Yes, there are
like
communist
a specific little sect of communist furries.
There's Nazi
furries.
Yeah,
people act weird about this. Yes, the furries have the same SJW problem that comics and tabletop gaming do.
There's also Nazi furries. I've seen it. I've seen it.
Yeah, there are rabid lefty furries who are generally communist/Marxists, and they are horrible, horrible people, and they are just, and to a large extent, they are ruining the furry fandom, at least according to the non-commie furs. And I believe it. I mean, communists ruin everything.
They also starve everything.
Yeah. And so you have a group of furries called the alt furry who are like protesting them, and like some of them pretend to be Nazis, kind of ironically, to just trigger them. Others are just like not communists, so they just poke fun at them.
I've seen furry Nazis wearing like the fucking Nazi bands and the SS uniforms and their furry fucking costumes. It's weird.
Now the trick is you got to look closely. If those are actual swastikas, okay, you might have found like one of the 5 Nazi furs that actually exists. However, if it's like a paw print, that's the furry raiders. They're not actual Nazis. They like to pretend to be because it triggers the communist furries.
How do you know so much about furries?
Because I know a few. Yes, I'm not one, but I know a few. More than a few, actually.
There's furries with a picture of a Trump fucking MAGA thing.
I know that there's definitely a furry smut book called The Furred Reich. Because
I didn't know that.
Parsnip and I were going to read. We found a PDF version and we were going to read excerpts on a stream, but we forgot.
Yeah. I should mention, I do also broadly study the infiltration of like cultural Marxism into the geek fandom. So like, so Sad Puppies, Comicsgate, Gamergate, the Magic Gate, what's currently going on with Tabletop, which hopefully doesn't get stuck with a gate name, because I hate anything that ends with gate because it's so stupid.
So you don't like gates now?
Side chat, Nazi furries.
Yeah, I mean, at least like the Whitewater controversy from the 90s. You know, it didn't have gate on the end. That was nice, but everything's you got to slap a gate on it. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just glad we got away with this whole mess without it being Brockus Gate or something like that. That would be
No, don't say it.
Why did you say it?
No, it's gonna happen. Good job, man.
Sorry.
Oh, you've done it.
You did it.
We have to
You did it. It's all your fault.
Yeah. Oh dear.
You deserve everything that happens now.
Yeah. Well, let's hope the entertainment value has all been sucked out of it.
Oh God, so sucked out of it. Just like Gamergate.
Yeah. That's why I figured approaching it from a very dry Charlie Rose kind of perspective, minus the rape, would be a good way to kind of kill it dead. Finally.
Yeah, this is it. It's over now. At least from this, I'm pretty sure from this sphere. I'm so done with it.
Non?
No.
It's a question of whether Schmeckles.
No, I'm gonna say right now for everybody to hear. I will leave this alone.
If they do?
Yeah.
Just do what I do. Ignore the drama. It's so much easier.
I'm
let
not
them shout into the void, man. Let them shout into the void.
I just talk about the stupid shit other people do for news articles, and you just pass over it.
Yeah.
Florida Man's very good for that. You can just talk about Florida Man all you want and ignore the drama.
No, we're talking about California Man right now.
Oh, there's Scooby.
Hi, Scooby. Hey, we have a Scooby.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Scooby.
What's happening?
I love how excited everybody was for you.
Oh, sorry. Scooby!
Dear God, save us from this sinking ship, man.
So what's your opinion of Steve Ditko passing away?
Man, I'm very
Ditko was a lifelong New Yorker.
Very upset about it. As you can see, I've had the same Spider-Man wallet for better part of about 20 years now. So
wow.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Big fan of Spider-Man. Big fan of Ditko. It's a shame he's dead. 90 years old though. He had a good run. God bless him.
It doesn't help though that same fucking day we're hearing about Stan Lee saying things like, "I just want to go home, lie down, and die."
Oh no, don't!
Yeah, I thought Ditko would outlive Stan Lee. I honestly did, because they were so close. And Stan Lee's wife passing away, I thought Stan Lee would go first.
Yeah.
The man's fucking miserable, especially with all the shit going on in his life right now, right?
Yeah.
It's the business manager who's alleged to be abusing him and then tried framing the daughter for the abuse when it turns out that the daughter... People are claiming the daughter was actually being withheld, like being taken away from like the father altogether. There's a lot of shit going on with that.
Ugh.
God, that sounds like Casey Kasem.
That's depressing. Yeah. The thought of somebody abusing Stan Lee just makes me want to cry.
I mean, elder abuse is so fucking horrible. Like, I don't get that at all.
And he's like the sweetest old man ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I've met him before. He is the sweetest old man ever.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's like fighting over the estate. Nobody gives a shit. And they're still alive when they do it. Like, I think Casey Kasem had dementia and somebody like ran off with him and then, tried to get him to change his will. And I mean, it's like, Jesus Christ, at some point you just have to take a look in the mirror, look at yourself and realize that you're just a total fucking piece of shit.
Don't abuse old people and children. Just don't.
Nah, you shouldn't. People have, like in my neighborhood, if they find out that you did something to old people, oh boy, you're in trouble. Like you're really fucked. There was this one kid in the neighborhood. I actually lost a tooth getting into a brawl with his younger brother. But this kid in the neighborhood, this guy just came home from doing a couple of years upstate vacation. And he, this moron was actually stealing this old lady's heart medication that she got delivered in the mail. And so my boy rolls up on him and he goes like this. He goes, "What the fuck do you think you're doing?" And so this guy goes like this to him. He's like, he didn't know who this kid was. He goes, "Look, you don't know who I am. This is my block. Do yourself a favor. Get the fuck back in your car before I..." And he didn't get to finish the sentence, and my boy just fucking right crossed him and knocked him out cold. Threw him in the trunk of his car, made a phone call to a few of the boys. They went down to one of the beaches, right? They went down to the ocean beach. This poor prick is in the trunk of the car, right? So they're at the beach, they're partying it up because there's a band down there, and every once in a while, because he's in the trunk. So one of them will go over, they'd open the trunk, and they'd start beating the shit out of him again, and they'd throw a bottle of water into them, right? And they'd close the trunk down. So they left that beach, and they went across the bridge back over now to one of the bay beaches. This poor bastard's still in the trunk. They had this prick in the trunk, I'm guessing from about maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon till about 2 o'clock in the morning. They get him out the trunk now. I mean, this poor kid's beaten to shit. And they take him down in the basement. They tie him to the chair, and they take turns. They beat the shit out of him for about probably the next 6 hours solid. He looks like a complete mess now after what they did to him. Nobody called the cops, but he stopped stealing the old lady's medication.
I mean, justice. Fucking seriously. That's a vigilante justice I can get behind.
That's neighborhood justice. This was a couple of people that even lived on the kid's block. Like this guy, he actually went up and he made a call on Facebook. He's like, "Listen, roll through at the crib. I got something I need to talk to a few people about." So a few people came through. They're like, "What's the matter?" And he told me, he's like, "I got this piece of shit down in the bar, down in the basement. He was stealing so-and-so's medication." "Yeah, let me get a crack at him." And they go downstairs and, take a few fucking slugs at the kid, and then they leave.
I have a cousin who stole medication and money from my grandfather on his deathbed. My mom's Rottweiler tried to fucking eat him.
We had a guy when I was working the door once at this bar, and we had a blind guy that used to come in. And the kid we caught him stealing the blind guy's money. We shut the cameras off. They tuned him up with a fire extinguisher.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. You know, I hate saying that. It's part of the problem is the left for the past couple of years, the past couple of decades, they've been defanging this country, and people don't got teeth left no more. That's the whole problem. You gotta, every once in a while, like when one of these leftists come up to me and they say something to me, you can tell by my personality. I don't like what you said. I find that offensive. Yeah? Well, if you find that offensive, how about when I tell you, do yourself a favor, go dig up your dead grandmother and fuck her corpse on your porch? Does that offend you?
Or give you like Groucho Marx say, well, that's my opinion. I have others.
I got no patience left for these people. After this 4th of July weekend, oh my God. A lot of people don't know. New York, you see, we got this reputation for being, like a home to leftists because we got all these scumbag politicians that are here, and we got all these movie stars, and the rest of the country, we do you folks a favor because we take all your garbage hipsters to this state. And,
Are you fixing them?
Or mine.
Is it
my
Captain
state
Release?
harbors a lot of these fucking.
Think of us as like the release valve. Like, look at it this way. The southwest of this country is the release valve for Mexico. All this shit comes over because of the holes in the border. And likewise, New York is like the release valve for the rest of the country. All the shit comes flowing over across the Hudson into over here. That's just how it works. You guys actually luck out. It all winds up here. So
in California.
That's the crazy people. That's look at it this way. California is where they keep the fucking herds. New York is where the shepherds live. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, like, it was funny going into the supermarket to pick shit up on the 4th because you got all these fucking hippies and they're coming out from like Manhattan and they're going out to the beaches and shit. And they don't realize they're stopping at supermarkets. They should actually put like the demographics on places because my neighborhood, I'm moderate. You gotta see, they were driving around like with somebody dressed up as Obama in a cage. I'll provide the links in the side chat for you guys in a minute during the election with fucking chains on them and shit. My neighborhood does not like anything on the left, and these people came to the supermarket. I loved it. They're walking around in their tie-dye and their fucking sandals, and this guy walks past and he's wearing a Trump 45 jersey, and he's like, oh, Christ, what's that smell? Oh, it's hippies.
They've ruined hippies. They've ruined hippies, too. It's so upsetting.
Yeah. Seriously, I'm an environmentalist, and
No, you're not. You're a Nazi. You filthy cis white male.
Yeah.
I'm actually off brown. I'm North African of heritage, but like seriously, like no, hippies they do ruin everything. I've been an environmentalist since the 90s, and all of a sudden, like the late 90s, early 2000s, these assholes start showing up in these fucking multicolored burlap sacks that they wear with fucking bongo drums. Well, what the fuck? We're trying to get shit accomplished. Why are you chaining yourself to something, Moonbeam? What the fuck are you doing over there?
How does Greenpeace make you feel?
Greenpeace, they can go fucking shit in their hat. I was involved with them in the late 90s. I would fuck them, fuck all of them. Seriously, they don't do nothing anymore except disrupt.
Yep.
Go and lobby. Go to your local village hall. Go to your town hall. Go to your county seat. Go to your state capital. Find out where your representatives' offices are. Ignore the crazy shit that the left is saying. Don't go and bother these people when they're eating. You know what's going to happen if you bother them when they're eating? They're just going to not go out to eat. They're going to stay in their office with the security. There's no point to that shit. Go to their office, sign the fucking book, sign every day, and when they go up for re-election, you can turn around and say, I went to your office, you didn't do shit. They don't get re-elected. Work the fucking system that way. It's a lot more, you accomplish a lot more than screaming in the streets.
Yep. Well, they don't want action. They don't want change. They want to express their emotions. They're not about planning or long-term planning or thinking or strategizing. It's about lashing out and indulging in that fear, anger, lizard brain part of the head and going, look how upset I am. Rah!
Make
Look
me
at
happy or I'm
things
going to burn
around."
shit down.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I got something that they can lash out at. Here's what we do. First off, we gotta oust these Democrat lawmakers out of power and these fucking milksop Republicans. We gotta get rid of them. We gotta get some new blood Republicans in there, or even just new blood fucking centrists. Fuck party. We just gotta get people in there who are just gonna people who are cranky like me. You gotta get people in there who are not gonna put up with this shit and are gonna prosecute them. These kids want to get angry at something. You shackle them together at the ankles. You make them wear a jumpsuit. You give them a fucking stick with an iron thing on the end of it, and they can go stab the trash. Let them go take out their anxiety and their anguish and their angst on the trash. That's what you do with them.
Yes.
They are arresting them more, aren't they? The rioters.
Yeah, good.
A little bit.
Them? Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, they need to be prosecuted a little more.
They still allow Antifa to go almost completely unchecked. They have, in certain states, in certain protests, actually arrested and taken a lot of Antifa down. However, it is very minimal compared to how many times they refused to step in with Antifa and how often Antifa gets away with a lot of heinous shit.
Yeah. Well, that's because Antifa coordinates with friendlies who are in the government. So mayors and even governors will work with them so that they don't get harassed and they can just attack people and get away with it and run and don't get charged. Yeah. They are working with the local people.
Aren't they considered a terrorist organization? Like by the American government?
No, actually,
Not
yes.
officially.
No, the American government has officially recognized Antifa. Now, this is recent. Now,
okay, I thought I heard or saw something about that. So
New Jersey does, on a state level. On a state level, they're recognized in New Jersey.
Unfortunately, the FBI isn't targeting them the same way it did like the KKK. Like in the KKK, they flooded them with agents. They got their names. They did all that kind of stuff. They're not doing that with Antifa. As far as we know, the DOJ is sitting on its hands when it comes to that group.
How can anti-fascists be bad?
Here's an even more brilliant one. Dankula did a video not too long ago basically covering this very briefly, where he talked about the state of the UK and how fast the UK police officers have swept in and stopped possible fucking bad shit from happening, or because of a person's violent Twitter account basically saying he's going to go do horrible things, blah, blah, blah. So they have actually started putting their shit in order, but Dankula points out they still do fucking nothing about Antifa.
Yep. Antifa goes after the people that those in charge don't like. So Antifa are useful idiots to the current power structure. In other words, they are the servants of the fascist wannabes. Oh, hey. Funny how that turns out.
It doesn't make any fucking sense either, because the more you try to silence your opposition, the louder they become. It's amplifying them.
Yeah, it's destabilizing. Their goal is to destabilize and to cause a violent backlash. Because once people start shooting Antifa, the narrative will be so Antifa. If once Antifa starts murdering people, and they've already attempted it several times, even if they succeed in killing someone, once someone takes a gun and shoots one, the narrative will be, aha, the alt-right has gone violent, the Republicans are violent, there's murder in the streets, oh no, look at danger, danger, danger. That is the goal. Antifa will never be held accountable by the current media for any violence that they cause, even up, and probably including murder, too. It will only be the reaction to them that will be publicized.
Hey, you don't even need to shoot them or murder them. You just take a golf club and beat the fuck out of them with it.
Or like that one guy did, Rufio. I mean, he one-punched one of them. I mean, he wound up and punched the guy in Portland so hard he has brain bleeding, which is like instant karma, because the guy was trying to murder some guy with a metal baton, cracked his skull, and then now he's the one that ended up with brain bleeding and permanent retardation. So
I met Rufio. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Burnside. He actually, I only met him, but he was actually hanging out with Burnside down in DC when we went to Mall last September. It was really cool. They actually chased Antifa out of the Juggalo March.
Awesome. Yeah, apparently Rufio is also friends with, hung out with some guys in the Ralph Retort, too. So they were like, oh my God, is that the guy? Yeah, that's the guy. Oh my goodness. So they're going to eventually try to get him on stream here. So that'll be a nice show to watch.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Out of all those Proud Boys, the nicest guy, Tiny.
Good night, Ren.
Big guy.
Ren.
Bigger than me.
Yeah. But this also ties in, too, with our earlier talk about elder abuse. I mean, part of the left is the left hates boomers. The left hates the greatest generation. The left hates anybody beyond a certain age. And they promote that idea of, like, hate anybody with any kind of wisdom or any kind of old-timey thought. You know, that's what they accuse Jordan Peterson of all the time. So they encourage that kind of thing. They encourage abusing the elderly or neglecting the elderly as part of their revolutionary plans. It's one of the things I don't find appealing about them.
Yeah. I don't find anything appealing about the left. They're a bunch of fucking degenerate animals.
I mean, there's a liberal in the chat who wants to come in and defend the left.
Well, I'm a liberal, believe it or not. I'm a progressive liberal from New York. I just don't like the left. They're a pack of sick weirdos.
Well, I was kind of...
Marxist left.
I was explaining that, like, I used to consider myself very liberal until recently, and I've drifted more towards the center, like I think most people are. Because they're sick of the extremists on both sides. And for the longest time, the left didn't have this giant screeching mob of SJWs and the PC police on our side of the spectrum, I guess. It used to be angry, screeching Christians that wanted to censor art. Yep. And that used to be the thing that we were fighting against. We were all for free speech and freedom of expression, all that kind of shit. But now it's all we have to be. Won't somebody think of the oppressed instead of won't somebody think of the children? It's the same shit. It's just coming from the left, and it's frustrating for everybody.
And they don't see it. And I have talked to people on the left who used to do that, who used to protest the Christian conservatives. And when I point out that the left has turned into that same mindset, they don't see it. They refuse. They have no self-awareness of the fact that they are now the evangelical types. Because in their mind, it's like, well, we're just fighting for freedom. No, we want freedom of speech for the oppressed and stuff. It's like, no, you're oppressing others, and they refuse. They will not acknowledge it. In fact, the instant you bring it up, they call you a Nazi.
Yeah, the reason the right is on the rise right now is because they have freedom of speech and freedom of expression. They're just glomming people up with that alone. Nothing else. People are afraid of totalitarianism.
Yeah.
When you have the totalitarian left in power trying to silence people, there's going to be a huge pushback.
I wonder if we've seen this before throughout history, perhaps.
Oh, indeed. Yeah.
Perhaps there were a few dictators during a certain time period that may have actually done exactly this.
And Scooby Anon, like I've been there. Yeah, I'm a classical liberal / libertarian.
I'm gonna send Theophobe the link so that he can talk about this if he really wants. But this is why people are leaving the left.
Yes.
The left. That's why people are fleeing from it. When you say no, it isn't. No, it isn't. That doesn't make people want to come back because we can all fucking see it.
The more people they lump in as alt-right, the bigger the alt-right gets. But for example, when they called Jordan Peterson alt-right, and he is not, that made all of his followers, all the people who liked him, they all were like, hey, we're alt-right now? Okay, what's this alt-right? So they started looking at him like, oh, okay, sure, why not? So they made the alt-right more respectable by putting him in there. They didn't denigrate him. They made the alt-right look better, and they made it more, they push more people into that fold. They're like, okay, yeah, sure, we'll support this if you're going to call us that. Yeah. And so the more they push, the louder they scream, the bigger their bad guy gets. And they don't even see that either. Like, they don't even see the fact that, I mean, on one hand, they're fatalists. They're like, oh no, there's no way we can win. On the other hand, they keep doing the exact things that will cause them to lose. And again, no strategizing, no self-awareness. It's all reaction based.
I don't particularly want to go back to where it was evangelical Christians with all the power going. No. We can't have The Simpsons on TV because the children might watch it. It's a cartoon. We can't have that. Yeah. But instead, right now we just have people going, you can't spread your legs on public transit because it's sexist.
Yeah, Mary Whitehouse sucks cocks down in hell, where she belongs, and we should not bring those days back. Fred Wortham is being spanked by a dozen demons and sodomized brutally for what he did to comics, and he should be. We do not want those days back, but we also don't want it coming from the left either, where they even actively champion now, like, oh yeah, we want to ruin comic books for white males. We want to ruin the NFL for white males. There are people who get up and actively champion that, and that's stupid. No,
The NASCAR
we should be
fiasco.
specifically.
Yes, the NASCAR fiasco with the fucking grid girls.
Yeah, that one. The
Oh,
grid-
that was
Formula One.
stupid.
Wasn't it?
That was
Oh my
Formula
god,
One.
Allie put a shirt on, you objectifying women. Fuck.
Good evening, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
What's up, man?
So I'm hearing your interesting discussion, and I'm not trying to be kind of negative here, but I just see a massive straw man in regards to your guys' talking points without actually having anyone in regards to this discussion being able to defend any of the talking points.
Bring up one then. Just one at a time.
So I mean, I'm a progressive. I'm not a liberal. I'm not a Democrat. I'm one of the same people on the Bernie wing in regards to politics. And I can understand a lot what you guys are talking about in regards to a lot of the people on the left that hinder to identity politics and political correctness. But there is a slew of individuals, especially on YouTube, that are completely against this ideology that most of these people that claim to be on the left that really aren't, that do these tactics. And they're nowhere near the actual left wing of politics.
So hashtag not real liberals.
They're not really liberals.
That's a no true Scotsman fallacy.
Hillary Clinton is not a left winger. As much as people like to paint Hillary Clinton as a person on the left, she's a moderate.
No, she isn't. She's a woman. That's the only reason that's the only reason, and that is because of the SJW feminist culture. They thought that would seal a win for them.
Political correctness, and I absolutely abhor her to death. But at no time does she represent progressive or left-wing values. She's a what we call a neoliberal. I mean,
none of us are really disagreeing with that.
No, I don't think anyone. Hillary Clinton is a political opportunist who wants power.
Absolutely,
she craves power. That's what she wants. That's why I don't like her. She wants power. She stands for no ideology at all. Yeah.
See, I could point out a slew of individuals that I hopefully you guys get a chance to really listen to. Like Kyle Kalinske, he is one of the largest representatives of the left, the actual left, in regards to politics, of what we want in regards to policy.
Kyle Kalinske is a moron.
We can have a discussion in regards to that in lengths if you'd like.
So everybody knows.
Nothing to discuss. Kyle Kalinske is an imbecile. I'm a journalist. He doesn't have any facts, and he has no. Kyle Kalinski's an idiot.
So I'm a factual type of individual. I would love to have a discussion. So what facts do you claim that he has wrong?
Well, hold on.
Everything that leaves his mouth. The minute he turns on his microphone and his mouth starts moving, it's wrong.
But see, you're doing an ad hominem attack. I'm asking you what ideals he has that you disagree with, that you claim that are fallacy. I don't care if you don't personally like the individual. I'm asking you what ideology, what policies does he talk about that you completely disagree with?
Everything that comes out of his mouth.
I'm not spend too much time on this. We're getting lost in the hedges here. Let's say, for example, you said that you're a Bernie bro. I'm a libertarian. So, for example, if you and I started talking economics, I would probably get pretty spirited. But this isn't about economics or that kind of thing. What we're trying to do is differentiate the different types of liberals. And yeah, so you're differentiating the identitarians, the cultural Marxists from being a liberal necessarily. Is that
what I'm trying to pinpoint in regards to this discussion is that individuals that placate to identity politics, individuals that placate to this ideology, that push this agenda, do not represent true policy in regards to what left-wingers like myself actually want to implement in our country today. I mean, we want similar systems that exist in Norway and the Swedish systems. Yet we don't want to, if you're a white person, you should not be demeaned for being white. Those individuals are just complete morons. Those individuals need to be silenced.
We weren't really talking about you then, were we?
Okay, I think perhaps you are correct. We were being inexact in our language by lumping everyone together in the left. I think that is a fair objection. However, this isn't really a political stream. That's why we weren't being exact.
I'm also Canadian. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I will definitely concede that the left has a variety of viewpoints, the same as the right, and that yes, not all of you are identitarians and cultural Marxists, even if some of you espouse pro-socialist ideas. Yeah, not every socialist is also identitarian. Yes. Okay. I think we can agree that there's differences.
Absolutely.
I mean, heck, the identitarians would refer to you as a Nazi because you're a Bernie supporter. Bernie bro. I mean, Bernie bro is an insult in some left-wing circles. I've seen that. So
yeah, I would never say all liberals or all leftists ever. Really.
Well, you guys have to understand something, that I'm a big critic of a person like Sargon of Akkad. I'm a big critic of some black guy or Derek Blackman and these individuals on the skeptic community on YouTube, because they like to take the lowest hanging fruit of a political spectrum or even an ideology, and they like to paint every individual in this scope as this whole agenda, which is the biggest straw man you could ever do in regards. It's like me saying that all right wingers are Nazis.
Well, we gotta stop. We gotta stop making it easy for them, because there are slews of fucking idiots on the streets burning shit down in America right now.
There's a slew of people on the right that do the exact same thing.
Yeah,
people
I know.
On
But
the left,
we're making it easy for them by protecting these people.
Absolutely. Like all the idiots on the left that defend
Yes.
Islam, for example.
Yes.
That's a prime example.
That's
Those
the kind of
idiots
shit we're
need
talking
to
about.
shut up.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit we're talking about.
Yeah. Now, do you still concede, though, that the identitarians and the cultural Marxists, that they are still members of the left?
Now, if you're going to be using the exact definition that the person I have personal issue with Jordan Peterson in his definition of cultural Marxism, which is a complete scapegoat, which is absolute bullocks. No, I don't secede to that, because there is no such thing as cultural Marxism.
Okay,
Jordan Peterson's whole stick about cultural Marxism is that it's supposedly a non-Western ideal. Well, unfortunately, all the ideals of cultural Marxism, as he defines, has been proven to be based on Western culture.
Okay, I mean, all right. I won't have that debate right now.
But you can understand where I'm coming from in reference to that, though.
What term do you prefer to reference those? Now, you've referenced identity politics, so you do believe in the term identity politics.
I believe the fair assumption for these individuals would be far left and far right. I think that's pretty fair to lump them in that category.
So you subscribe to horseshoe?
Authoritarian left or authoritarian right?
So do you subscribe to horseshoe theory then?
Describe that to me.
That's the one where if you go too far extreme, either way, you end up kind of in the same point, which is down in
right on a horseshoe.
I would agree with that. Absolutely. I would totally agree with that.
The edges get too close. It's almost the
I would agree with that.
there.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same totalitarian shit with different excuses. So
Right.
like, we had evangelical Christians for a long time censoring art because, you know, think of the children, think of this, think of that, reasons that they thought were valid, and then you have like people on the left doing the same thing now because it's offensive. You might offend a minor, or a minority, a minority or whatever.
Censoring the exact same thing.
Just for different reasons.
For different reasons.
Yeah.
Look, all I'm going to say is I'm pretty sure you guys are going to agree with. People have been doing censorship and political correctness and identity politics for decades.
Yes.
People on the left have been doing it. People on the right have been doing it. And my biggest hoopla that's been going on among the skeptic community, for example, is how supposedly the only people that practice these ideologies are strictly on the left. And that, to me, is my biggest issue of why I came out of retirement and back to YouTube, is just how this is a blatant lie that needs to be addressed.
I would contend, though, that the primary pushers of censorship right now are from the left. Evangelical censors are not as active as they used to be.
If you want to tell me that in regards to some individuals like those in Black Lives Matter or Antifa, I would agree with you. But you also have to consider the religious entities within the far right that are fundamentalists that want to literally shut down any form of discourse of those on the left that consider themselves to be secular. And it happens all the time. It's been going on for hundreds of years.
I think it's important to say who is driving the narrative. And for the most part, it does appear to come more from the left than from the right, because a lot of people will.
Right now it does, yes.
Yeah, right, and it'll swing and it'll shift. I mean, it's a pendulum, but I gotta run. My 13-year-old dog is
those on the right that do the
asking
exact
for bedtime.
Number of.
Catch you guys later.
Okay. Bye.
I love it. We started talking about politics. Everybody starts fucking.
I'll stop doing the politics talk. I apologize.
I think you misunderstood.
Like doing the bed dance.
This is the best the stream has been all night. So I'm gonna disagree.
I gotta say goodnight to Irving and I'll say goodnight to you guys. See you later.
Bye.
Later.
Nice to meet you.
Seriously, the shit discussion was better.
No, I have to actually hop in with Irv too. I try to hop in with you guys in between streams as much as I can. Look, bro, if you want to hop in after, like you're done with these guys and talk politics, this other stream that I'm hopping into, this is all we do is politics all day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm also you two. What's your name again, bro?
Theopho.
Okay, yeah, Theopho. Yeah, if you want to hop in, yeah, definitely. I'm just giving you fair warning, though. The one kid I got in there, he's like 20 years old. This kid is a beast.
Yeah,
Seriously.
bartender. He is very
Sounds
smart.
like an interesting debate. I'm always good for a good discussion, my friend.
I'm just giving you fair warning, brother. I mean, he's not uncouth like me. This kid is like, he's like an ebony knife. Seriously, you're gonna seriously crack your knuckles, kid, because you're in for it if you go and hop into the stream and talk to this
I'm
kid.
always up for a good discussion. Even if I'm wrong, I will admit that I'm wrong.
Well, let's end this shit so you guys can all go and do your political battles.
All right. Do we want to do a wrap up so people can shill their stuff before we go?
Good night. Get out. This is a cunt stream. We don't let people do stuff. Get out.
Subscribe to me. Subscribe now.
Good night. Goodbye.
No. Good night, guys. All right.
Thank you for letting me join for that quick moment.
Not a problem. I put the hangout link right over here.
Yeah, I got it. I'll join as soon as we're done here. So,
Brockus, you're so slow. We said goodnight. It's still live. What have you done?
I didn't hit the button.
Why didn't you hit the button?
Because